Wob. Oh, it froze. I was scared it didn't respond. Hello. We have arrived earlier today than most of the time. But Citlali story quest is the goal. But also there's the event battle, so I figured we could do that. I don't know how how loud the fight's gonna be, just because I feel like sometimes the audio is just odd. But I figured you could tell the story that you wanted to tell while we were doing the boss challenge.
That sounds good. Yeah, I don't want to interrupt the story quest.
Yeah.
Yeah, cats are just funny.
Do tell us how your cat did a funny.
Okay, so I have this one room where I have a printer, and there's this place that Ori likes to go and like sleep in that room. And so he's sleeping in there. I'm going in to print something, and then like it's a printer, it makes noise, and I had to print a few copies of things. So I'm printing, and then he wakes him up, and he's kind of like he shoots me this like annoyed look. And before I had started that, I had been sitting out in this large chair, and this large comfy chair, and I was gonna go to my PC afterwards anyway, so it didn't really matter, but I had been sitting in this chair. So he gets up and leaves the room because I've disturbed him, and he goes to the chair and sits in my seat, taking my spot because I disturbed his nap.
Oh.
And then it's like, it's fine. I'm going to my PC anyway. But it's like, you stinker. You did that on purpose.
Cats are so petty. Like, they really are.
So anyway, it's funny.
Technically, I had already done my daily, so that didn't count for that, but it's fine. But yeah, thank you for sharing. Cat stories are so funny to me because I have family that have cats. There's never been a cat in this house ever. But cat stories are so funny to me as someone who's never had a cat and as someone who is a dog person, because I'm like, oh wow, sometimes dogs do that stuff too. Like some of my grandma's dogs, they can be really petty too. Okay.
Yeah. It's funny how sometimes he really wants my attention. And it's like if I'm giving my attention to anything else, he's just not satisfied at all. And then sometimes it's like, go away. I don't want you here. It's like you're invading my space. I felt that a lot during like COVID and lockdown, because it kind of felt like I think there's even memes about it where it's like the dogs are so happy that you're around more
Their
often.
humans are home.
And the cats are like, why are you here? This is my time to take over the house when you're not here.
Yeah, exactly. Like, I own this place when you're not here. Why are you here more now?
And I definitely felt like there were moments where he had those
that was
thoughts.
moving me around. Okay. I was adjusting my volume mixer, and apparently it was moving my camera in the game. Oh wait, I have to. Also, yes, I pulled Citlali off stream. I guess she's already level 80. Oh my gosh, even though she's a shield, her squishiness, like her HP, scares me. I know I also don't have her artifacts leveled a ton, but just judging by what it's at right now, I really don't think it's gonna get that much higher, and it's just quite frightening. Yeah, anyway. Oh gosh, we had started this quest on accident during Mavwika's. So if you want to see the very beginning of that, it's a very short scene that is in the Mavwika video, which probably won't be on Twitch for very much longer. I've been uploading my stuff to YouTube after I finish the streams, so if you want to find it, it's there, same name as my Twitch. And if you're watching on YouTube, hello.
Hello. I think I saw this happen to other streamers too, where they had accidentally started it.
Mm-hmm. It makes sense because it kind of it's not like you have to activate it like with other like most of the Natlan quests are like that. I think Malvika's is the only one so far that you can actually choose when to do it.
Following orders. If you have a problem, take it up with our employer.
I used to work with your employer, and I'm sure that he was a higher rank than whoever you're talking about, so...
Hey, what's with the attitude?
You seem like
Can
one of the
Vtuber
thinky
work
ones.
for a private employer?
This is Grudok. I hired him to be my bodyguard in Natlan. As you
Oh,
can see, he's not the
Fontaine.
sociable type. I'm sorry for any offense.
2 Fontanians. Okay.
My original
have any
plan was to
sus
hire
feelings with
someone from the
children, do
local
you?
tribes, but a priest recommended Grudok and his squad. I was told they were capable fighters and had the time to spare, so they fit the bill. It seems like the Fatru's reputation in Natlan is quite positive.
Oh yeah, in recent months. All thanks to Mavwika and
So that's
Capitano
what
being just an
happened.
absolute Chad.
Then you must be from Fontaine?
Precisely! Montluçon, at your service.
Montluçon,
I work in
okay.
the publication business. And you two... Wait. You must be the traveler and her fairy companion.
Like how everyone's just taken to calling Paimon a fairy, and I'm over here like that. That's just... You're not convincing me with that. You're just not. I just don't believe it.
Oh, you know us?
Everyone knows us, Paimon.
A golden-haired
Everyone.
traveler with a floating companion. There's no mistake. Your exploits in Fontaine
His
have all
voice
the
sounds
makings of a best-selling
familiar.
series. I'd be a failure of a book merchant if I
I
couldn't
feel like I've heard him
recognize you.
narrate commercials, which I probably have because most voice actors start off with that kind of stuff, but...
Uh-huh.
Oh my goodness.
Wow.
And
we're
he's in the
really
publication
famous at
business
this
too,
point,
so...
traveler.
It's truly my lucky day. I know this is sudden, but I was actually looking for you two. You see, I have a
It does
favor
also
to
kind of
ask.
sound like it might be one of the localizers from the one stream
Mm.
from the beginning of that one.
Oh, that'd be
So,
interesting.
Who I thought did a great
chased us
job,
all
and
the way
people
to
made fun of them,
Natlan?
and that was rude.
That's a little creepy.
They were
Yeah,
just
they were
working with
great.
what they had, okay?
Yeah,
You'll be generously
I thought they did
rewarded.
good
I
as well.
promise you.
Yeah,
they were fun.
they were fun. And it's interesting seeing, like, I feel like to an extent it almost makes more sense for more Adventures Guild looking people to do the live streams. Because I think, from what I remember, I think they did it more in character, and whenever it's the actual playable characters, it's not in character. It's just the actors. And I really like that in the Star Rail streams, it's actually the characters like talking as themselves. Sometimes they'll say who they are, but they'll mostly be in character in those streams, which I think is very fun. It just adds to the experience of like, okay, there's things to experience for this story for these characters outside of the game, which sometimes is really oof because there's definitely some animation videos and stuff that I wish you could access in game, but I understand that it's technically a commercial for the game, so
Well, at least
Well,
he
like
got
one
straight
that
to
I
the
can
point.
think of
Should we
is
hear what he has to say?
the Xiao and Baiju meeting that even gets like referenced in
Yeah.
Baiju's story quest. Like when
Yeah.
they meet, it's like
and
Baiju's
Xiao
like,
is
"Oh,
in
sorry, we
hidden in that story quest too.
Yeah, and then like, but if you didn't see that commercial, then you
You'd
don't
have no
know
context
about
for
that.
it.
Right. So I really feel like that. Yeah, that would be nice if that had been available in game.
At the very least, a more well implemented link to the YouTube video, because there are links to the YouTube videos, but you have to kind of search for them in the game in order to find them. Something tells me we
Yeah.
can't escape this one. And if the pay is good.
All right, we'll hear your request.
You know the great shaman Citlali, right? I
Yeah,
need her help with
besties.
something.
Yeah, the chances of her helping a random stranger just because we asked?
Yeah, but the thing is, it's us asking. So she probably would, even though she'd act like she didn't want to. So, with her personality, pretty slim. I disagree with that line, but
Yeah, Citlali really doesn't like dealing with strangers.
I heard about that from other members of her tribe. But they told me if one person could convince her, it would be the golden-haired traveler.
I don't understand how you guys don't realize this already. It's been a thing.
If
She
you
has a
manage
soft
it,
spot
I'll
for the
even double
traveler.
your pay.
Money.
Uh,
Why do you need her help?
oh yeah, we should definitely get to the bottom of that first.
It's kind of a long story, and there's tribal history involved, so you should hear it from an expert. Alia, if you could.
Of course. I don't often have an eager audience for this kind of thing.
Oh, he's adorable.
Nice to meet you.
Please
the
don't be
name's
evil.
Alie.
You're
I'm
adorable.
a researcher from the Fontaine Research Institute.
Baby boy.
Unlike most researchers, I have a keen interest in ancient ruins.
You've gone
That's why I
completely
was
silent,
invited to
so now I'm
join
sad.
Monsieur Montluçon's team. Have you heard of the legend of the great shaman Citlali?
It sounds familiar. She's the one that worked with the colors, right?
Yes. According to local records, she was a color mystic who lived over
Is it the
200
chick that's
years
underground
ago,
that you have to
and
fight
the most
for
adept in her tribe
leveling?
at using that particular technique. Out of all of her exploits, her most celebrated is the Battle of Seven Colors. According to legend, the battle was triggered by an abyss invasion, one of the most brutal in Natlan's history, even from a greater historical perspective. Amazingly, Natlan was able to turn the tide despite being at an extreme disadvantage. The key to victory was none other than a color Citlali created on the battlefield. The color was extraordinary, illusory in appearance while also seeming to possess physical form. Legend has it that Citlali used the color to construct a magnificent maze on the battlefield and trap all the enemies inside. This allowed her allies to launch a counterattack and ultimately secure victory.
Anyway, that's the gist of it. We don't want to take up too much of your time.
I don't like you. The younger guy seems nice, but you're sus, sir.
That story is the reason I came to Natlan. I often publish books about the history of other nations. They always end up faring well on the market. When I heard this story for the first time, I wanted to include it in my next collection, but historical records about Natlan aren't very
He has
detailed.
such an
We
honest
haven't been
voice.
able to determine
How
where
could
the
you ever
battle
be
took place,
suspicious of
or
this
find
man?
any definitive evidence that it occurred at all.
He's working with the Fatui too.
Not Arlecchino's Fatui, not Captain
No.
Fatui either.
Yikes.
Not Child.
Even within the Masters of the Nightwind,
Sus.
people dispute the legitimacy of the story. Some believe it to be a myth. If that were the case, the story would not be fit for publication.
But if you're just including it in a story collection, why does it matter if it never happened?
I mean, you literally could give a disclaimer that it's unclear what parts of the story are accurate and what was passed down in oral tradition and altered because of it. Like, still a cool story.
Well, you see, the slogan for the collection is Restoring the Truth of History. Naturally, I needed to be factual. That's why I'm here. The Masters of the Nightwind are said to have a tradition of recording past events, so I wanted to consult their records. But I was refused access to the Obsidian Altar. Application after application, and all I received were a few ordinary woven scrolls with nothing to offer. Honestly, I'm just trying to promote their history, and they make such a fuss.
Maybe you should respect that and move on to another story? Perhaps?
According to my research, their scrolls are considered sacred relics in addition to historical records. Naturally, outsiders are rarely granted access. Not to mention, the scrolls we did get to review actually contain a huge amount of information. I just need more time, and I could...
We've been over this, Alier. There's no need to waste time on those scrolls when we have a better way.
How is it a better way if you've been given those scrolls and were denied access to the better way. Sir,
Citlali, you mean?
I don't even want to help you guys with this. Like, I'll help you read through the scrolls if you want, but it's annoying that you're still pushing for them to show you this stuff when they've already told you no.
Exactly. You're well aware, I'm sure, that Citlali has
Don't you
been
love
alive
getting
for
pushed
more
into
than
things,
200
isn't it, as a
years. That
player?
means she lived during the era of the Battle of Seven Colors. If she agrees to be my consultant, then no other historical records are necessary.
Oh, that's what you want.
Oh my goodness, I keep yawning.
So, what do you say? I'll quadruple the pay if it helps sweeten the deal.
Why are you just like throwing money at me? At this point, I want to go talk to Citlali in private and see how she actually feels about it. And if she says no, we're done. No need to do the quest. We're just
It's
done.
not that we don't want to help you.
We actually should go ask her. Paimon.
Oh, right. The duty the chief gave us has a lot to do with wheat sealing. Who knows? The Battle of Seven Colors might lead us in the right direction. All right, we'll help
I
you
forgot
convince
that
Citlali.
intro
Just
part.
let us do the talking, okay?
I had played that because it forced me to when I came into this area to collect stuff for Auroran, so I don't have that recorded, which is oof. But yeah, I was definitely cracking up at how tall the bro is.
Of
The
course.
chief. I wish you didn't have to. Like, I wish you. Oh my gosh. I wish you could avoid those activating.
Yeah.
It's actually really annoying what they do.
Mm-hmm. It'd be kind of nice if, I don't know the mechanics of this, but wouldn't it be kind of nice if there was like an option that popped up that was like, you're about to trigger this story. Do you want to enter
Yeah,
into
that
it? And you
would
could
be
say
nice.
no and be like, not now.
Yeah, that would be really nice, actually. Well, that's kind of far.
Take me up.
Oh, okay.
'Cause there's already like a trigger that happens when you enter an area, so.
Rise like smoke.
Have you heard her drunk idol
No.
line? Oh my gosh. I don't remember if it was an idol line or
Amazing.
if it was when she opened a chest. The chat lines are the idol. Yeah.
Here's to a life where
There it
the
is.
drinks keep flowing and the Mora keeps rolling.
Oh,
Lolly, why are you
yeah,
drinking on
yeah.
the field? So funny.
At least, I feel like it's not as unhealthy or as bad
So,
for her as it is for like
this is where the
Kaveh.
great shaman lives.
Ah, yeah.
A bit
I think
far
she's
from
just like
civilization,
she's
isn't
just
it?
vibing.
I hope
Kaveh
the person who
definitely
pointed us
has
in this
a
direction
problem.
wasn't mistaken.
I mean, I think
Yeah.
Citlali has a problem too, but Kave's is for depression. He's self-medicating,
Right.
and that's not good.
Right. No, I'm not saying Citlali's
Thank you for
is
the lurk,
perfect, but
Cad Bane. I guess my lurk thing isn't working because I used to have a hold on. I used to have a little thing that triggered when you said lurk, but it didn't trigger. I have to go through all my stuff and fix it up. But yeah, Citlali story quest, top notch. That's what we're up to.
For someone like Citlali, it
Hanging out
actually
with
makes
Granny.
a lot of sense.
I didn't realize
trying to.
Citlali lived all the way out here.
Is this graffiti her work too? I wonder
I had to
if
like
it's a
mark her
cultural
house on the
practice.
map because
If
I
I
wanted
can
to be able
just
to come
copy
back
it
to
down,
it.
Oh yeah.
I was
We're
afraid I'd
here
forget
for a
where it
reason,
was.
Alier. As agreed, you two can do the talking, and we'll wait for you here.
Okay,
Sure.
we'll go knock on the door. Hopefully she's
How
not
are you doing
hungover.
though? Top notch. Hopefully she's not hungover. Oh gosh, she probably is. Or she's gonna fall over as soon as we
Are you there?
show up.
We need your help with something.
They're like, this animation for knocking on the door looks really awkward. Let's hide it behind a rope. Just
No
to
response.
do it.
Maybe she's not home.
Oops. Oh shoot. My no one said anything.
Huh?
My VTuber settings were popped up still.
Oh.
I just turned them off.
Oh, Granny Citlali, are you home?
The door is thrown open and you're met with the pungent smell of alcohol.
Hey, kid! If you're here to challenge
Oh,
me, book an
babe, your
appointment
house
first.
is a mess.
Traveler!
I think I had seen the first frame on, like, someone posted something about it. Yelled at us. Now she's closing the door in our face.
Looks like we came at a bad time.
Are you still
That might be most of the time, Pylon.
Yeah.
Come in.
I was gonna say the same thing. I do think that she's probably using magic to clean up her house.
Well, at least we didn't get turned away.
She's telling the pillows to do it.
Well, she does it in her. I just want to hear what they're
A
saying.
great shaman who has lived for hundreds of years. If she agrees to help us, there are so many things we could research.
Alier, as the provider of your research funding, I suggest you focus on our current mission. It's very important to me.
Sorry.
just so
Maybe if we get
sus.
a chance in the future, then
We'll cross
I like
that bridge
Alier.
when we come to
I
it.
don't like you.
Yeah, I like Allie. It's cute. All right, what about you guys?
a great shaman who has
Oh.
lived for
That's
hundreds.
annoying.
Alier,
I wanted
as the
to-
provider
I
of your
guess they're
research
just
funding, I suggest you focus on our
Sorry.
being
We'll
quiet.
cross that.
Let me out. Okay. I want to mark this on the map, like you said.
Yeah, because you can come back to it later.
Let me. Rude. No.
I looked for the, because you know her trailer, how there's the little girl's artwork. I looked to see if that was there with the new artwork. I didn't see it on the walls, but that would have been really cute. If it was
Aw,
there
yeah.
somewhere.
That was back there though. Like back in the village. It was on a rock that they used to test, but it looked like the village
Changed it.
like no, now I want to go find it.
Oh, sorry.
You could see the towers in the background of the video when she was
Okay.
doing that part, so. Oh. Yoink. Is it all cleaned up now?
Huh. So
Yup.
this is where Citlali lives.
Wish I could clean my house that fast.
I
didn't have
know,
time to fully
same.
clean up the place. Complain if you want. Menial housework means nothing to a great shaman like myself. Besides, in light novels, people who keep everything neat and tidy are always too boring to be the protagonists. Also, I'm not a hermit. I'm just above superficial rules of societal etiquette.
She's, baby girl, you're in denial. Like, truly and utterly. I like that actually
She sure does
rolled
care a
like
lot about what
something
we
with
think of her.
polygonal sides rather than a perfectly curved side. I don't even know if it was an intentional thing or not, but I did notice it.
Oh, and that spell I used to transfer my senses to you, you're not still, experiencing the side effects, are you? It's my duty as a great shaman to check that kind of thing.
you should have checked it sooner then. Me thinks that you're just realizing maybe we've seen some of your the personality that you're hiding.
Oh, you mean when we could hear your thoughts? Nope. It's been so long, we don't have to worry about that anymore, right?
Then why do I hear the traveler's thoughts in my head?
What?
Oh, she heard me call her a hermit. That bothers her? I thought she was above superficial rules of societal etiquette.
I can still hear you, you know.
I apologize for offending you.
Don't bother. I'll find a way to fix it. First you hear my thoughts, now I'm hearing your thoughts. It was just a simple spell. I use it on you, and now it's on the Fritz.
Yeah, we're the protagonist. We're special, so.
Forget it. Just tell me why
Maybe
you're
that's why
here.
she likes us so much, because we're a protagonist like in her light novels.
Well, someone asked us to ask you to be their consultant. They have questions about the history of Natlan.
So they asked
good
the
point.
hero of Natlan to put in a good word? Sounds like they know I don't usually trouble myself with other people's problems.
The pay is really good.
Doesn't matter, I'm busy.
She sure doesn't look busy. Paimon knew this wouldn't get us anywhere.
What if the request comes from me?
From you?
Yeah, we were given a sacred duty to help your tribe weave a special scroll.
Huh? So you're the appointed ones this
You
time?
can see the book that frick. I know that Xingqiu wrote this book and Albedo did the art for it.
Oh yes, that one. I didn't get to play that one, but I watched a video on it.
Yeah.
Oh, that
We were
reminds
surprised
me.
too.
There's something
After all,
you can
we have no
do
idea how to weave a
after
scroll like
this
that.
quest. I mean, let's try look it up.
Okay.
I unfortunately did not know about it at the time, so.
But with Chef Biram's help, we were able to make some progress. We still haven't succeeded, but we learned that the key to weaving the scroll is a special kind of color. The historical event those men want to ask about also involves color. If you help them, you might end up helping us too. She's giving us that face again. Did Paimon not explain things clearly?
I can't decide whether this twist is completely out of the blue or if
Okay.
it was foreshadowed all
I
along.
found it. I'll let you know after you do the quest.
Gotcha. Thank you.
Does that mean you won't help us?
I need to think
I
about
think
it.
there's an ad break popping up. I didn't get to click it away.
Then there's still hope.
Hey, what's the holdup? Just give us an answer already.
That is so rude. Of course you would be like that.
Yeah,
You agreed to let us do the talking.
very.
And it's not even one of the researcher guys. It's the freaking Fatui that they hired.
Of course it is.
Go get him, Citlali. Beat him up. Oh, yo, that was its own animation. That was an actual angry walk animation. They should make her just walk like that normally, like when you're playing her.
That would be great.
Beat him up. Citlali suddenly walks out and you rush after her. There's the ad break.
Stand down, Grudok. As your employer, if I
Ah,
tell you
yes,
to wait,
it's here.
then you wait.
Why does this feel like they purposefully had the Fatui go do that so that Citlali would see this guy defending like her privacy? I don't know. I'm getting weird vibes from that interaction. Anyway.
Understood.
You're the great
gas.
shaman who's been alive for centuries? But you're so... Apologies for the disturbance. Grudok is a recent hire, so difficult to restrain sometimes.
Yeah, I feel like that was a setup. That interaction was a setup to try and get on her good side.
You're lucky you didn't force Citlali's hand.
Well, since you're here, how about a discussion?
She's like, leave my house.
Do you have any idea who I am? Did you think Granny Eatsley would be fooled by your little performance?
Was I right? Was I actually right?
I have no intention of speaking to you. Your recent hire interrupted me right as I was about to make an important decision. Pull a trick like that again, and I'll make your life a living horror novel,
Gosh,
except
dang it.
10 times worse.
That
That's all I
actually
came out here to
scared
say.
me. I thought it was in the game for a second. Because she's still talking about a horror novel. Oh my gosh. Lurking just for those points, huh?
Whoa.
Traveler, we have a discussion to finish.
Okay.
You live up to your name, Granny Itztli. I apologize for the offense. I'm just surprised the Battle of Seven Colors didn't pique your interest.
You're investigating the Battle of Seven Colors?
Ah, the Traveler didn't get to that part?
No, we didn't.
Yes, I thought the Traveler could help me convince you. But, if I'm not mistaken, you have a personal interest in this matter, don't you? I heard that the great shaman Huitzilin was a friend of yours. You two must have been close. If I can resolve the controversy and prove the battle took place, I'll include it in my next collection. Then, all of Teyvat will learn the truth. With your support, your friend's heroic deeds will once again be known throughout the land. Inspiring, don't you think?
You'll be helping me fulfill my duty, and it would mean a lot to your tribe.
If this is really about that duty, then...
It's
Ah,
a big
fine.
duty.
I'll help you.
I'm honored.
Save it. I agreed to help the Traveler, not you. You'll just have to leech what you can.
Well, at least she agreed to help.
Looks like my friendship with Citlali came in handy after all. Never took her to be the heartless type anyway. She can still hear our thoughts, Traveler.
Who are you calling heartless?
Not a problem. I always plan to work with the
React
Traveler.
to the fact that she just said something that made no sense.
So, did you directly experience any events of the battle? Do you have any idea where it took place? Can you think of any relics we could use to prove it?
Talk at me, why don't you?
I'd like to know too.
Fine. No, no, and no. I did live during the same era as her, but that doesn't mean we experienced the same events. I've lived a long time, but I'm not a walking encyclopedia. You decide the angle of your investigation, and I'll provide answers if I'm familiar with the subject.
All right. Even if you didn't witness the battle yourself, you still lived through that era. Your insights are very valuable. Alier, you had an idea about where to start, yes?
Oh,
Yes.
well, my plan was to consult the members of the tribe in charge of recording history.
Then, let's start there. Traveler, what do you say to officially working together? After all, it appears I can only get Miss Citlali's help through you.
Sounds good. I don't trust you whatsoever, but I guess I have to. I knew there would be some of these. Wait. Hold on now. The yellow.
Yellow.
Is that not?
Paint the wall.
Paint the wall. I mean, the rock was glowing. I don't know if I can.
Oh, this might not be the wall one. That's a different.
I've
puzzle, I
done the
think.
wall one. The big wall one.
Got it.
Where you just
Mhm.
blast random colors at it. Yeah.
Mhm.
Oh, wait.
Yeah,
I can see something. Never mind. I guess I saw the splash of green right there, and I was like, oh, I could try mixing to make green.
Not bad.
No,
It's all
just
yours.
red. They thought that I would start the puzzle from over here and do red last. No. I did red first, and I didn't realize it was going to be the correct answer, so. I still don't think I've been in the volcano. I've seen people taking
I've-
pictures of it
Seems
exploding.
super
I'm like, I don't even
invested
know
in
where
this
that
whole
is.
thing, Citlali.
Yeah, I've taken pictures of it. I don't know if I could go to the volcano, but you could take pictures of it in the
There
background.
should be a world quest there at some point. I don't know if it's in the game
Oh,
yet
yeah.
or not, because we keep mentioning
Don't
going
know.
there with the little guy.
Mhm.
The Battle of
bye.
7 Colors is something I've only ever heard about. I know as much as anyone else in my tribe.
But how? Weren't you alive when it happened?
I wasn't there when it took place, and she never told me about it. That's how.
But Molusol said the two of you were close friends. The
Molusol?
battle was legendary. Why wouldn't Huitziling tell you about it?
Probably because she was upset.
Close friends? More
Oh.
like arch rivals. Something Montluçon would know if he actually did his research. Did you see the graffiti outside my house? That's not my doing. All students from Wheatsealing School of Shamanism must pass an extremely difficult trial before graduation, defeating me in battle. Those graffiti drawings are how they challenge me.
Oh my.
Of course, none of them ever succeeded.
So none of them ever graduate.
So, after Wheatsealing's death, her students had no choice but to modify the requirement. Instead of defeating me, all they have to do now is last long enough.
So Huitziling is not the woman underground. Okay.
As my rival, Wheatsealing only had one
she apparently
achievement that
died.
surpassed my own. And that was the Battle of 7 Colors. I can only assume she had some kind of secret technique at her disposal. It makes perfect sense that she kept it from me. I'm a fast learner. Telling me about the technique is no different than handing it to me on a silver platter. As if she would give away her one advantage.
Oh, that makes sense.
Anyway, all of that is secondary. Like I said, I'm only here to help you fulfill your duty.
So Citlali is doing all this for me? I mean, yeah, we kind of knew that that was going to be the case.
Don't misunderstand. This duty is important for my tribe, too. A great shaman should do her part to see it done.
A great shaman should also be a bit more organized at home. Why are you thinking this now? You know that she can freaking read your thoughts.
Excuse you? I fail to see what housekeeping has to do
That
with
was
my
being a
duty
bit
as
of
a
a gremlin.
shaman.
Or just careless.
That shrug is so cute.
Why is it that you're the one whose thoughts are exposed, but I'm still the one suffering? I need to get to the bottom of this.
Excuse me, great shaman, but we have a situation over here. We could really use your help.
Please, great shaman.
Okay.
Of course the Battle of 7 Colors happened. The woven scroll proves it. Wheatsealing used a mysterious color to construct a maze and trap the enemies inside.
That's just your interpretation. There's more than one way to understand that scroll. Besides, constructing a maze out of color is ridiculous.
Wheatsealing was one of the most powerful shamans of her time. She definitely could have pulled it off.
That's the biggest problem. She had students. Why not pass it down? A technique that powerful? And no shaman since has
look at
ever
Allier.
used it?
Confused scratch head.
Our students are keeping it a secret, of course. If you knew a technique like that, you'd be a fool to show it to just anyone.
The guy's just excited to learn things. He's probably excited to be out of Fontaine and exploring a new region. He's getting caught up in a lot of stuff.
Yeah.
Oh, I didn't mean to cause an argument. I just wanted to ask,
He's
is there
such a
anything we
baby.
can use to prove the battle took place?
Of course it took place. Why would you need to prove it?
Because they're not from here?
You'll have to excuse him. Some people in our tribe insist on clinging to outdated views of history. I'd give up now if I were you. It only gets more ridiculous from here.
Please don't fight.
Oh, he's so cute. I love him.
Wow, so the battle really is controversial.
Am I the outdated one? Kids these days can't find anything better to argue about?
These arguments are precisely why I hesitate to include this story in my collection. Neither side was able to offer anything useful. What should we do?
Wheatsealing was a passionate teacher. We were opposites in that sense. The technique she used in the battle must have been her masterpiece. There's every reason to pass it on. Still, if the technique is powerful enough to single-handedly stop an invasion, it also makes sense that her disciples would keep it a secret. We should check with the students from her school. If we can confirm the technique exists, we can deduce certain things about the battle.
To be just standing over there with the llamas.
But as far as I know, most of the shamans from her school occupy high positions in the tribe. Not the type of people outsiders like us can speak to on a
I
whim.
think they should get the task of cleaning up after the llamas. Just leave them there.
Yes.
Right. The obsidian altar is off limits to you. But, if I go...
Is there a problem?
Most of Wheatsealing students are respected priests in the tribe. But that means they had to go through me. Or try, at least. I, of course, humiliated them from a young age.
She's so proud of it.
Those who hold the position now are the ones who lasted long enough before I wiped the floor with them. If I show up without warning, they'll run for dear life. That's not gonna get us any answers.
Yeah, Paimon can see it now.
Honestly, at this point, just write a story about Citlali, the things that Citlali is saying. Run for dear life? It's like Citlali's some kind of tyrant.
Hey, don't jump to conclusions. That was just a metaphor.
Who better to fend off a tyrant than a hero of Natlan?
Only you have the guts to joke like that with me, traveler. Fine, I said I'd help, so I'll help. But don't blame me if it goes wrong.
Alright, the rest of you can wait for us here.
We appreciate the help.
Why does she do that so aggressively when she's just scanning something? Why is it so aggressive? That is so funny.
Once you've put pen to paper, there's no turning back.
Oh. Wait. Why did it point me down here? Oh, it's down. I forgot. It's down where the thing is.
Oh, are you in the middle of a ceremony?
Granny Eatsley? What is she doing here?
A bearded man! It's a man with a full beard!
Did some coward not
Not
show
a
up after
playable
challenging
one.
her to a fight?
Or
Is she here to officially take over the tribe?
Whoa. It's like they really do see her as some kind of tyrant.
No matter what, we'll defend our dignity as priests to the end.
Boy.
You talk a big game for someone who lost to me the most out of the entire priesthood.
What?
All I want is to ask some questions.
So, you're here to interrogate us?
No.
Someone didn't sit pretty for their beating? Is that it? You want their name, don't you?
She traumatized them.
We should just run.
Don't be afraid.
Yeah, with the hero of Natlan here, Granny Citlali will be on her best behavior.
Uh-huh.
Sure, whatever you say.
Oh, it's the traveler and her companion.
That does make me feel better.
How can we help you?
We wanted to ask about the technique you inherited from Vtuber.
So you can eradicate our school once and for all?
Disciples of our school have challenged her year after year, just as our master instructed. Sounds like she's finally had enough.
Well, you're not wrong.
If we want to protect our legacy, one of us needs to run.
Oh my gosh.
Not this again. Just how much did you traumatize them, Citlali?
She beat them in a duel, so what? There's no reason to be this terrified. Citlali is someone worthy of love and respect.
Hey! You can't just say whatever you want just because
The Traveler's absolutely abusing this now.
Oh, yes. Yes, definitely. It's intentional.
Granny Citlali. A mere mention of my name and kids burst into tears. Love and respect? Huh, no one has the guts for that.
But, I mean, hi. Well, I do.
You know what? Forget about your duty. We really need to fix this mind-reading situation.
Sorry to disappoint, but if you're here to question whether we're qualified to inherit our master's legacy, we're not going down without a fight.
We're not getting anywhere. What should we do, Traveler?
Let me think.
Oh, hi! Hello.
Huh? Oh, it's you.
Elder Tlapo! Oh, we must have disturbed your meditation. Our deepest apologies. Please forgive us.
I still just really love that they have this little heart here. It's so cute. I love the Iktomosaurs. I've been thinking lately that I kind of want to do like human character designs for all of the Saurians, mainly because I want to draw the Iktomosaur with the big bad ears.
Did Elder Tlapo just issue a declaration?
Iktomosaurs, they're so great.
From
definitely my favorite.
what I can tell,
I
in a
also just
single
really
word,
like
the
this
message
tribe's
was
like aesthetic, color palette, and
friend?
everything.
Is Elder Tlapo telling us to treat Granny Citlali as a friend?
That's not possible, is it?
Oh, you forget yourselves, my friends.
Goodness.
You are
Big
esteemed
man.
priests of our tribe.
I still really think
Where
if they
you
were gonna
at,
make
this?
him so large, they needed to beef him up instead of just scaling up a normal model. Like, you guys have plenty of Natlan models that you could have used, but no, let's just scale up a normal dude and put some fancy stuff on him. I mean, it looks nice, but you still could have put a little more effort into it, please.
But Chief.
We'll have to look at some of the Nightwind enemies, like the human enemies, and see if there would have been a better fit.
I didn't expect to see you here. Great shot.
Because like they still had to make
My
custom
sincere
stuff for him
apologies for the
anyway, so
lack
you
of
might as well
hospitality.
take a better looking model and make custom stuff for it. You could still scale it up a little bit if you really wanted him to be super tall, but it just looks kind of goofy because you had to scale him up so much because he's a normal dude.
Well, I wasn't exactly planning to come to this crowded place. So you can save the pleasantries, Chief. I'd rather get this over with.
Understood. Now, as successors of Wheatsealing, I understand your friction with Granny Eatsley. However, Elder Talapo's declarations have always showed us the correct path. You would do well to respect his counsel. So, mind your manners and allow Granny
Well, he's
Eatsley
even
to
bigger
ask her
than
questions.
Elder Tlapo. It's actually crazy. Paimon could literally sit in the palm of his hand. Like...
Good thing Elder Tlapo and Chief Biram are on our side.
Oh, he actually came. Oh, no, he's there. I was gonna say, I want to look at his cloak, because I remember he has a cloak. I'll definitely have to take pictures of him for when I do the drawings. But, like, he looks so much more interesting with the cloak on when he's sitting. But then when it comes off, because when he stands up and it comes off, it's just like, it's just a dude. It's just a dude scaled up. Because, like, if we go to the archive, living beings. Oh gosh, I can't. Oh no, that's not. I thought maybe it would let me search. Like, yeah, you've got this guy. This is the guy I was thinking of. Like, you got this big dude. You could have just altered him a little bit. But then again, I think people would have been going absolutely bonkers for a guy that looked more like one of the enemies, because they just really like making the enemies just utterly jacked. Like, I think there's one of these guys in... Oh, and look, they even have the same, like, belt with the tail, like... Oh, they actually do look really similar. They just have details changed to match their tribe. Like, the hat looks more like theirs. There's a tail, and of course the color palette. Because there's also... No, that's a different one. Oh, do they not have one? No, they do. There he is. Oh, he's got a hammer, though. Big dude.
Very big.
And then the... Oh, that's right. I don't think I've ever taken a close look at this chick. Her fit kind of eats. Her fit really eats, actually. I love this coat piece. And with the like, side tie thing. Slay, actually. Oh, yeah, I like this chick, too. She's even got like a little tail tip thing. It's really cool. I guess it's almost the same. She just doesn't look as cool for some reason. Maybe it's the pose that she's in here. I think the pose on the other one's cooler. But then this design's wonderful. I love this.
Yes, this boss looks amazing.
I want to cosplay so bad. But it's so just... This would be a pain to make. But she just looks so cool. Think if I was like, Mom, what if I told you I wanted to cosplay this? She'd be like, oh, good luck. I'm not helping. Not with that.
I think maybe I have the option to dismiss Albert. Do you want me to dismiss the next one?
Oh, snoozing it is what actually does it. Do it like right as the timer is about to end, please. That'll give the most time.
I'll watch it.
Okay. Because the dismiss just gets rid of the actual notification, I think. Which is why you can't force skip during the ad break.
I'll hit snooze when it gets to that point.
Okay, cool. It's been a while.
Hey, he seems pretty happy to see us.
We're friends.
He's the one who put you in charge of the scroll, right?
Yeah, Elder Tlappo appointed us to the task.
Elder Tlappo, huh? He's still Claw to me.
Oh, I knew it. I knew he was gonna snuggle up to her.
Hey, don't pull that cutesy
Why
stuff
is
with
it
me.
even an option
You're
to
an
kill these
Iktomi-sor
guys?
elder now. You
Not
occupy
him,
an
obviously,
eminent and
but,
important
like, other
position
ones.
within the tribe.
He's like, but I love you. Don't make him sad. Give him kisses.
So, you already know each other?
I mean, she lives here. Yes.
Claw was only this big when we first met. He was Witzeline's Saurian companion back then.
Dang, so he's that
she
old.
kept dragging him to my place, so over time, we got to know each other.
Really is an elder.
Sounds like you and Huitzline were close.
She only came to my place to fight me. But at the same time, she always claimed to be my friend. She was the only one who dared to try.
I mean,
at least.
she probably figured that the only way to really be friends with you back then was to fight you. Because you want to fight everyone anyway.
Well, you've lived a long time.
Rivalry can create
You've probably made
friendship.
a bunch of friends over the years, right?
The more time you have, the more friends you lose.
Yeah. I've been writing stuff for one of my characters that's lived a really long time, and I was thinking about that. I was like, oh, I bet Citlali's quest is going to have some stuff in it that might inspire for this. But it's already a rough subject to write because it's not really something that we can understand in our modern day, but we can still like understand on a personal level or from any actual like anecdotal evidence, but it's still something that we can think about and empathize with being painful.
Oh,
Anyway, let's get back to business. I hate talking about the past. 200 years and you still haven't given up, Claw? I still haven't made up my mind, so you should head back. Traveler, Paimon, let's go.
He's gonna follow us. No, I didn't jump correctly.
Return to the skies! Incoming!
hey there, Chief Biram.
It only snoozes for 5 minutes. That's really oof. Hello, Biram.
Oh, wait. We haven't reached out since the last time we failed the task, huh?
I'm just grateful you haven't forgotten that duty.
Actually, we have good news. We found another clue.
I'm all ears.
Your mask sure is.
It's the Battle of 7 Colors.
Huitziline's claim to fame? That sounds promising. But the battle took place hundreds of years ago. An investigation is bound to be difficult.
True, but Granny Easterly promised to help.
Is that so? Huh. I've tried seeking her help in the past, but I never managed to coax her out. You should cherish this opportunity.
Hey, don't complain! None of the previous chiefs succeeded either.
Forgive me. That wasn't my intention. It was a comment on my own failings.
Paimon said you've been trying to figure out how to weave the special scroll.
It is my duty, great shaman.
Why bother? The scrolls always end up completed on time. So what's the point of figuring it out for yourself?
If I may, this task concerns the history of Natlan as a whole. And in many ways, history is the memory of a people.
True.
Memory is sacred to our tribe. I'm sure a great shaman understands that better than a humble junior like myself. Something this important cannot be left to baseless rumors. I know you don't concern yourself with the daily affairs of the tribe, Granny Eatsley. Even so, as a priestess, I trust you wouldn't leave something like that to chance.
I get your point.
Something on your mind, Citlali?
Of course, the one time I wish you could read my mind, it doesn't work.
The chief referred to himself as a humble junior. Maybe Citlali's worried she looks old.
No, that's not it.
Huh?
It's not important. Rest assured, Baron, with my help,
I love
the
that.
Traveler and Paimon will definitely be able to complete the task.
You have my thanks then.
Take me up!
Whoa.
Watch out!
I'm here to traumatize you more. Look at the little baby in the background.
Yeah, the babies are so cute.
So are you here to test whether we're qualified to inherit Master Wheatselian's legacy?
No.
You've already been tested, haven't you? Well, frankly speaking, I don't think any of you are qualified. But that's not why I'm here. All you need to do is be good and answer my questions.
Fine. Ask away.
You've heard of the Battle of Seven Colors, right?
Of course. It's our master's claim to fame. An immortal legend inscribed in the very history of our tribe.
Then I'm sure you know there are those who question whether it actually occurred.
I did hear people arguing about that the other day.
It's disgraceful. How can they question something like that?
It doesn't surprise me. Nadland has had more tourism lately. A lot of people have started getting strange ideas after interacting with Outlanders. After all, everyone who took part in the battle has returned to the ley lines. Without witnesses, it's hard to refute detractors.
Well, it just so happens the questions I want to ask are directly related to the legitimacy of this battle.
Listen, we know you were rivals, but do you really have to question her legacy?
You think she's like you? Someone who can't survive a little scrutiny?
No,
I wonder how much of her absolutely traumatizing them was her just like verbally attacking them.
Then let me finish. During the battle, Wheatselian most likely used a technique powerful enough to turn the tides of war. I'm sure she was very proud of it. Proud enough to pass it on to her disciples. So, which one of you inherited that technique?
I don't think any of us have heard of it.
Listen, I'm not trying to take it for myself, so be honest. With or without it, I can wipe the floor with any of you.
Yeah, no objections there. But I'm telling the truth. None of us have ever heard of that technique.
What's wrong with her? Why would she let it go extinct?
Was it just that strong that she didn't want it to fall into anyone's hands, good or bad?
Master's body of work is massive. No one student could hope to learn all her techniques. Mastering just a few already takes a lot of effort. Master had no choice but to recruit many students, split up what she knew into different portions, and pass it down through various individuals. So even though we see ourselves as representatives of Wheatselian's school of shamanism, what we know isn't the sum of her legacy.
I forgot to hit the add snooze on the second round.
That's alright. At least this time it'll... Because the snooze only lasts 5 minutes and you can only do it 3 times per stream. So at least this time it'll be another half hour before it goes again. At least it's supposed to be every half hour.
Actually, I know of a shaman family that inherited some of Master's techniques. The family fell on hard times and lost the right to the priesthood. Still could be worth a shot.
But if they inherited Huitzilin's secret technique, shouldn't the family be thriving?
Well, it's the only thing I can think of.
All right, give me their address.
I'll mark it out on your map.
To be honest, I'm not optimistic
I'll
about
mark it
the
on your
future
map.
of this
I'll mark it on your
investigation.
map. Every freaking video game with a map in it has that line somewhere in it. You're really giving it your all, though.
That's because the request came from you. You don't know the power of your own words, do you?
I mean, I think we do, and we purposefully,
Incoming!
The enormous Ictomosaur stands majestically, sometimes glancing over at the flickering flames. Why are your ears down? Why do you look sad? Tiny baby.
Oh, so cute.
It looks like a little flower. Just like the baby Kukasaurs do. Like his ears look like petals, and then the little cape looks like petals too. 'Cause
Yeah.
the Kukasaur babies, their heads look like flowers.
It's a cool design.
You recount everything
Proving
you
the
learned, come out with
legitimacy
song
of
and the
this
other.
battle seems more hopeless by the second.
Nothing
If I
we
was
can
gonna
do
get a
about
plushie,
that.
I'd want the Ictomosaur baby plushie.
I do.
Well, even if our investigation ultimately proves the legend to be false,
Will
that's
it
still a
match
worthwhile
with
result.
my current bedding? Not really. The only plushie I have that matches it is my Shao bird, but I still kind of want the huge, the squishy Shao bird. But the small one's okay. The small one's good. Because I can scoop it up in my hands and just be like, he's just a little.
Although I'm here for business purposes, I have a personal interest in this as well. I'm drawn to matters of historical truth.
Are you?
That's exactly why I chose to follow you, Monsieur Montluçon.
He's so cute.
Listen, I'm just updating you on the
Just a little
situation,
guy.
not asking for your opinion.
Poor sweet
I don't
summer
really care
child.
whether you continue your investigation. And Traveler, you came to me for help with your scroll weaving duty, right? You thought looking into the Battle of Seven Colors could give you answers. That's understandable. But based on our progress, I'd say this is a dead end. Instead of wasting time, you might consider taking a different approach. I'll try to think of another way to help you.
Respected traveler, let's not forget about the compensation I promised. You shall have it in full. Extra, if that's what it takes.
I think this investigation could help you too, Citlali.
What makes you say that?
Because it has to do with Huitzilin's... Can't pronounce that name. Huitzilin's past.
Yeah, based on what you've told us so far, it kinda seems like there's unresolved tension between you two.
You think so?
She claimed to be your friend, but picked fights with you non-stop, and never told you about her biggest accomplishment. By figuring out the truth behind the battle, maybe we can finally help you get closure.
Closure? I'd say we're 200 years too late. But fine, if you want to keep investigating, be my guest.
Ah, that's wonderful news.
Alright, let's go visit the shaman family!
Return to the skies!
Whoa. I'm going to aggressively float at you from higher than your head.
Yep, that's me.
No!
Granny Eatsley!
More trauma.
Get up! In a crowded market like this, the only person who should be trying to hide is me.
My apologies. Ever since my grandfather's generation, the shamans of my family have given up on passing your trial, Granny Eatsley. Have we offended you in some other capacity?
Man, this is generational trauma at this point.
Wow.
Whenever I misbehaved as a kid,
That's not how
Grandpa
that
would tell me
works,
about
but
the thrashing he received from Granny Eastly. I still get nightmares about it sometimes.
I wonder what Citlali looks like in those nightmares.
Hey, don't get any funny ideas. This was your idea, remember? Keep asking your questions. I'm going to find somewhere
This
quiet
quest
to
is
wait.
so funny because of their interactions.
Yeah.
Okay, so your family studied under Vtuber, right?
Yes, although that pretty much ended with my grandfather's generation, unfortunately. The techniques my family learned from Vtuber didn't have much practical use in terms of tribal affairs, so during my grandfather's time, we quit the priesthood. Turns out, shaman techniques aren't that useful outside the priesthood either. So over time, we abandoned them altogether. Of course, it's possible that we were just too foolish to understand the true power of those teachings. After all, Vtuber was a genius. None of her students have been able to fully reproduce her talent.
Do you know which techniques were passed on to your family?
I'm not sure. As a kid, I remember hearing my grandfather talk about them, but it's not like I can use them myself.
Just think about it for a sec. Do you remember anything about a technique that can decide the outcome of a battle?
Decide the outcome of a battle? No, I don't remember anything like that. Besides, my family wasn't really known for our talent. If a technique like that exists, I doubt Vtuber would pass it on to us.
So another dead end. Great.
You might have better luck asking one of the priests. They're descendants of Vtuber's most gifted students.
Well, looks like we're back where we started.
Still no definitive evidence the Battle of Seven Colors took place. Alier, do you think we have enough to draw a conclusion?
All we have are non-witness accounts. We could put together an interview, but that's not going to hold up in academic circles.
Then we have to keep going.
Oh, you're investigating the Battle of Seven Colors?
Yeah, you know about it?
Not a lot, but there's something special about my family. In addition to shaman techniques, Vtuber's stories were passed down to us as well. Say what you want about my ancestors' dedication to shamanism, but they definitely paid attention to those stories. And of course, the Battle of Seven Colors is the most exciting story of them all.
We don't need another story. We need something concrete. Does no one in your tribe understand that?
Why are you coming into their tribe and yelling at them for not giving you information that is literally from 200 years ago? I don't like you, sir.
I'm not sure if this is helpful, but
You
the
say you're
story
in
passed
like the
down in
book
my family
business
is a
and you
little
don't care
different from the one told
anything
in the
about
tribe.
the stories. Like, excuse you.
Really?
How so?
Well, it's Vtuber's personal account of the events, so it's a lot more detailed. For example, in the version I heard, the battle took place in a location known as Chico Mostuk Cave.
That means you can tell us where to find it. Have you ever been to this place?
Unfortunately not.
I studied maps of Natlan before we left, Monsieur Montluçon. I don't remember ever seeing such a name.
Could your ancestors be mistaken, Mr. Eshemin?
It's unlikely. My family may have let the shamanism side of things fall by the wayside, but we're serious about these stories. In the words of my grandfather, some things deserve to be passed down more than secret arts.
If Whitzelin's version of events differs so much from the general understanding, that makes it even more likely the battle is completely made up.
No. How did you get to that conclusion? What?
Yeah, that's disappointing.
Oh, hold on. You mentioned the Chico Mostuk cave?
Oh, yes? Can I clear something up for you?
I actually don't know how they would come to that conclusion, considering, like, it's a well-known thing that stories passed down orally change a lot. So yes, a personal account from someone who was there is going to be different from a version that was passed down and passed around, but that doesn't mean that it didn't take place Okay, bud.
It's been more than 200 years.
And then Paimon agreed with
Huh.
it. Like, what do you
Never thought I'd hear that
Why
name
do you
again.
agree with that?
What do you mean?
Poor boy. Just gonna get left here.
That location is now known as the Valley of Fog. The Chico Mostek Cave is what it was called 200 years ago.
That area freaks me out.
Precisely when Huitziling was alive. That means, Monsieur Montluçon, we can confirm the original site of the battle. Once we get there, the evidence we need should be at our fingertips.
Just when we thought all hope was lost. I never doubted you, great shaman. Allow me to present you with a gift as thanks.
The researcher researching the technique? Is that why he's interested in this? Because I can't really wrap my head around why a Fontanian would be, like, investigating history over someone from, like, the academia, where they actually have a history dorm, like, classification.
Mm-hmm.
Ah, save it. Flattery won't get you anywhere with me.
Just accept the gift, Citlali. You've earned it.
Wait, Mr. Montluçon works in publishing. You're a huge fan of light novels, right, Citlali? Maybe he could get you some that are out of print.
Really?
Out of print, huh? Sure. Do you have any in mind?
Well, if we're talking collectibles, then the first edition of Shogun Almighty Reborn as Raiden with Unlimited Power is a must. It's the first major hit of the isekai genre. Several editions have gone to print, but copies of the first edition are exceedingly rare and valuable.
I see.
There's
Do you?
also its sister work, Pretty Please Kitsune Gucci. It was Yai Publishing House's attempt at gauging the new market trends. It's opened
That
the door
was the
to a
title
new genre
of
after
the
readers
special
grew tired of
drink and
isekais.
the
The
event
sales
that
speak for
Ito
themselves.
drank and
Yeah.
kept it from. I remember him saying that title. It's so
Actually,
funny.
Yai Publishing House released a limited edition not too long ago, but it's almost impossible to get. Anyway, I'll take those two.
I could have
think
gone and
that's
gotten
what the
those for you from Yaimiko.
Well, I think that's what the quest is about afterwards. But
Oh, that's fun. Okay.
Sorry,
I
I'm
might
not sure
still be
I caught
able
all
to
that.
do it, actually.
What
I
were
haven't
the titles
tried,
again?
but I didn't know
Reborn
about it
as
until more recently.
Kitsune Guji?
These two titles are among the most successful and well-known works in the entire industry. You're telling me, as someone who works in publishing, you've never heard of them?
He's like, I do newspaper publishing.
I'm a merchant from Fontaine, after all. Regarding this particular genre from Inazuma, I'm afraid I lack your level of expertise.
Amateur.
Just leave the books to me. Don't forget about our pay, though.
Of course. Sounds like a perfect arrangement. Now, there's no time to waste. We should head to the site of the battle right away.
Once we get there, it'll take a bit more work to determine the actual location. Right now, all we have is a general idea.
Well, I'm sure Miss Citlali can help us with that.
Have you even looked at the time? It's already evening, and I have important plans tonight. You expect me to work through the night?
What, drinking and reading light novels?
Well,
You know,
what do
she
you
has
think,
plans.
Traveler?
Let's break for the day and meet back up tomorrow. The battlefield's not going anywhere.
Okay, we'll find a place to rest for the night. When should we meet tomorrow?
He's persistent, huh?
What do you think, Citlali?
How about noon?
Do we have to wait that long?
Great shamans have important matters to attend to in the morning.
In other words, we're gonna have a sleepover. We're not gonna fall asleep until really, really late, so we're gonna need that extra time to sleep. My guess is that she wants to sleep in.
That's only because I have important tasks to complete at night.
The traveler is enjoying this
All right.
so much.
As Miss Citlali
So
instructed.
much.
Let's meet back up tomorrow at noon.
It's great.
We'll be waiting at the exit of the tribal settlement.
I think this is a fun quest.
Mm-hmm. I'm enjoying it a lot so far. He waved from so far back. It also looked like he waved at us
I just wanted to ask.
without saying
Is
anything.
Granny Eatsley satisfied with my answer?
Yeah, of course. You really helped us out.
Oh, good. I'm glad I didn't offend her somehow.
You're really that
Don't worry,
scared of
man,
her?
you're safe.
She's actually really nice. She's just awkward in social situations.
To be honest, Granny Eatsley almost never interacts with ordinary tribespeople like us. Everything we know about her comes from rumors. She's a powerful shaman who's lived for over 200 years. As a great hero, you're probably the only one who isn't intimidated by her.
Well, thanks for today, Citlali.
Want to grab a meal? My treat. Think of it as a thank you for today.
That's quite considerate of you. All right, let's grab a few drinks. Just like last time.
Wait, didn't you say you had important plans tonight?
What did you think I meant?
I knew exactly what you meant.
You've gone drinking every night for the past 200 years? Now Paimon's worried about your health.
Same place?
No, I've had enough socializing for one day. I know somewhere quiet. We can just buy some drinks and head over.
Maybe the reason why we're allowed to drink in Natlan is because they're used to Citlali looking super young and being an alcoholic, and so they're like, oh, okay, it's fine.
Which will also give us a chance to solve the mind reading issue. Considering the necessary spell work, I'd rather do it in private.
Oh. No, okay. Time for climb.
Time to go.
What is that? So you can jump up on it. Oh wait, no, that's a bar. I like having
I'm
Aurora
tired
and
already.
Citlali in my team because I can just jump.
No, further up.
Further up?
Let me highlight it. Citlali leads you to a hot air balloon.
Whoa, this is like a secret base.
Ooh.
Sometimes I want the fresh air, but not the company. So I come here.
You already sound drunk. Why?
Let's see if my stash is still here. Ah, great. The halberd crest birds didn't eat my snacks.
Immediately. How are you gonna
for
undo?
the mind reading issue. Give me your hand.
Just like last time?
It might take a little longer, actually. I just need to share my senses, make a clean break.
And you've just drank things, so now your thoughts are gonna be crazier. Good idea, Citlali, honey. You're gonna just be more embarrassed. You're probably gonna shove us off of this.
And that should do it, right?
This really is a one-of-a-kind view. That must be why Citlali likes to come here.
You're not wrong.
I was gonna say.
Why do I still hear you in my head?
No idea.
Oh, did I not separate our senses completely? Maybe using my palm isn't enough? Close your eyes.
Huh? Forehead touching!
Please work, please work. A great shaman should be able to handle this.
Why did you drink? That's my question. Why would you drink before doing this?
Okay, what about now?
I think I heard something. It sounded like your thoughts.
Huh? And now?
It's gone.
Huh. Whenever I try to remove the effect, it just flips direction and gets worse.
Was that Citlali's forehead just now? It was really warm.
That was just to help with this.
Citlali, why did you absolutely
still hear
swig
you.
alcohol and then try to do this? Why are you drinking more? That's not gonna help.
For a human soul, to lose the boundaries of the mind is to drown in the sea of consciousness without a concept of self.
Wait, that sounds bad.
I read that in a light novel. When it comes to the real world, I think it's pretty accurate.
Is Citlali drunk? She's not making much sense.
Anyway, we'll just have to leave it for now.
Hearing the traveler's thoughts isn't that bad, right? You should just tease her. That's what Paimon would do.
It's just, I'm not good at this. I'm not used to being close to people. Sorry, I said we could be friends, but I guess I'm not ready.
Aww.
I'm used to being Granny Eatsley. Someone intimidating, someone people are scared to approach. I don't have to deal with people that way.
Why live like that?
Yeah, Paimon's been wondering. Why do you insist on living so far away? You could easily become a leader of your tribe. Someone everyone loves and respects.
When you live as long as me, a person is like a flower. The color draws you in. You water it to see it bloom. It rewards you with its fragrance. But it doesn't last. With the passing of the seasons, everything withers away. You can try to water it,
I do.
but it will never
These
bloom
lines
again.
are so good. I was like just about to say that was a really, really good line.
Even if
It was
the
a
same
very
plot
good
of
way
soil
to
is
like
covered in flowers the following
provide
year,
an explanation for
the
that,
one
what
you
it feels
remember
like.
won't be there. That's just how it is. Most of the people in my life will be gone one day, just like a flower. Getting close means losing friend after friend for hundreds of years, until the weight of their memories crushes my soul.
We could introduce you
people
to some
don't care
people
about
who
me,
Yeah,
are
some
pretty
people who
long
just
lived.
live.
have to care about them.
There's
We
this
should
guy
make
Fontaine.
her
My memories are
a
nothing more
book
than
club
fleeting strangers.
Yes.
with all of our immortal friends.
You can go drinking with Fenty, which probably isn't the best idea, but you know.
My approach is different. I choose to remember everyone.
You won't live as long as me.
I have already
so
lived
you don't have to
longer
worry
than
about
you.
that.
Actually, I might have a long lifespan. I have some truly ancient memories.
Really? Then
I thought
you
she
should
already knew this.
understand. Nearly everyone you know will be gone one day.
All the more reason to remember them.
Traveler?
Oh. I have a friend who only lives in my memories now. In fact, you could say my memories are the sole proof that she existed in this world. Wait. Huh? Oh! Wait. Okay, wait. Who are we talking about? Ruka Devada?
Yeah, no. Yeah.
Okay.
That's the only one I can think of. Because, I mean, we're the only ones who remember her.
Yeah. So sometimes I tell myself, as long as I remember every single friend, they will never truly die. Instead, they will live on in the world of my memories. When friends create memories together, there's always something to hold on to. So if you still need time, let me choose to remember you first. I love Citlali so much.
Is something wrong?
Wait.
Is something wrong?
Why'd she say it like that?
Stupid mind-reading side effect won't go away. It's not like I want to hear you complain about me all the time.
I'm not complaining about you all the time. I'm complimenting you.
Okay, she's definitely
She
drunk.
can't handle it.
Citlali, maybe take it easy? At this rate, you might sleep past noon tomorrow.
I'm not drunk. I remember everything the traveler said. Just gotta think of a
Aw, that's a cute animation.
I'll think of something.
As much as people were like really upset about her being like tsundere and everything, I think they really made it work for her. Like it genuinely makes sense as to why she would behave that way.
Yeah, it really makes a lot of sense. I really like her character a lot.
I'm fine. Can
It's not like
get
with
home
like personally,
by
and this could
myself.
just be because it's been a really long time since I have played that part of the game. But yes, there's like this kind of, oh, everyone has a crush on the traveler kind of dynamic that happens with certain female characters and stuff. Citlali at the very least actually feels like her own character, because honestly, I felt like Ayaka kind of just, that's all she was. Like, she's sweet and everything, but I feel like everything about her was the fact that she liked the traveler, and it makes her super forgettable to me, so...
Yeah, some
really
people I
sad.
think could connect with her more, but I saw her the way you did.
Yeah.
For me, it was just that's all she was.
And there was so much
anything else she was
potential
just
with
had to
what
do
her
with plot.
backstory is. There's so much potential for her being more than that, but they just didn't really implement it in the game itself, because in her trailers and stuff it's there. But in the game, I feel like she just kind of falls off as like, oh yeah, she gets you on the journey, and then, oh, she just likes you. I'm like, okay.
I think it's kind of a shame that maybe they didn't work her brother into the main story a little bit more.
Yeah, I did see someone said something about how they didn't want him to take the spotlight because they knew people were really gonna like him, and so they left him as a character for after the main Archon quest was over.
I think it would have helped her too.
I do too,
because
it could have.
If she had, I get that, I see that, but I think if they had built her up beyond the traveler, where you saw like his responsibilities to like maintain this, like she's torn between like supporting her brother who has these other responsibilities, but still cares for her a lot, and then like being torn between like helping the rebellion. Like I think it would have built her character up more. But because we just see her interact with Toma and the Traveler, and it's kind of all about the Traveler, we don't get that.
I think it would have been, at the very least, more interesting for her and Toma to have talked about their past a little more, because it sounds like they've known each other since they were kids. So it would give a bit more... I feel like she could have had more of a dynamic with the world and the people around her than she did just with that. And then, of course, with her brother being present. But it feels like she only really had a dynamic with the Traveler, which was weird because everyone knew her. So it just didn't make sense to me.
Yeah. And then, like, if we already had that connection to Mondstadt, so if we would have gone into Toma's past a little bit more.
Yeah, that's true.
That would have been a really good way to build him up more too. Like, and her, and like, it just, that part of the quest, what bothered me, and I think some people really loved it and then it bothered some other people, was that it was so much about getting the Traveler to be convinced to join the rebellion, and then like
Yeah.
having all those little tasks.
And
that
then on
we
top
had
of
to
that,
do.
once the Traveler does join the rebellion, there's way, way, way more of a focus on the Traveler's relationship with an NPC than the Traveler's relationship with actual main characters like Kokomi and Goro.
I agree.
Like, yeah, they were there,
agree.
but I feel like they could have been there more, and it could have become a group dynamic thing where you could have fleshed out Tepe and everything, and had the relationship between Tepe and the playable characters be more prominent. I just feel like there were a lot of... I didn't dislike the Inazuma quest. It just does not stand out to me as much as some of the other quests, and I think a big reason why is because the relationships between the characters didn't feel as dynamic or engaging to me. Whereas in other regions, the characters knew each other before meeting the Traveler, and they interact like they know each other, and not like, oh, we're just facilitating the Traveler's journey through this place and to meet other people, and then we're just gonna dip. Like,
right, exactly. Yeah, it felt very much like that to me. And then even with Ayato, what made him interesting was being introduced after the story was already over, was that you knew he existed, but he had been such a mystery that you were trying to get to know him through his story quest or through events and things. And so, like, he was interesting, but like the story was already over by that point. And so
but yeah, I definitely like a lot of the interactions between the characters in Natlan, because it really seems like they all knew each other, especially because of the whole arena thing. Like, they knew about each other. 3 of them at the very least were really good friends, and it was just like really fun to see a dynamic that was more than 2 characters at a time, and that a dynamic that existed before we ever met any of them.
I agree.
Is she talking in her sleep or talking to us? She seems kind of out of it.
Bye. Gonna walk back alone. Need some time.
That's a really good use of her idle animation. She doesn't need us to worry about her. She's always been like this. That's funny. Ah, the little pillow is still here. Can I sit? Oh, wait. Oh, this is the seat. Okay. Aw, there's only one chair up here because she never brings people up here. Does this spot stay? Because I noticed right there that...
Watch out!
Okay, I did that wrong.
Watch out! Rise like smoke.
There we go. Yeah, because they give you that little thing even though in the quest it forces you up. You don't have to do it yourself. Anyway. You know what? I'll just wait up here. No, not that time. Okay, I just saw your thing. I don't know why I have that stuck in my head.
This should be the place we decided to meet yesterday. Who knows if Citlali will show up on time? She drank so much last night, she might not even be up yet. Citlali!
No need to sound so surprised. Drinking is just a way to pass the time. I mastered the art of moderation long ago.
Did you? Moderation involves not getting drunk, in my opinion, but...
Last night doesn't count. It was a minor slip-up, that's all. Anyway, I gave everything a lot of thought, and I think you're right about something. The Battle of Seven Colors holds the key to a lot of the answers I've been searching for.
So that's why you're here so early.
Traveler, great shaman. Sorry to keep you waiting.
This
Shall
is
we head
more
out?
guys than last time.
Just follow me. I'll confirm the location myself.
Of course.
Oh, wait. That was weird. Oh. Okay. Interesting. If just the tips of her toes touch the ground while I'm holding it, then it just does it. Okay. I think I have been in the foggy area one time.
Incoming!
I got lost and I ran out of it. That lasted all of
This should be
maybe
it.
3 minutes. So, we'll see how this goes. There's probably a lot of chests. Oh. We're not
So
going to
the
go all the way into
battlefield
the
is
valley.
inside this place.
That could explain a lot of our academic questions.
Don't lose focus. Once we get to the actual site of the battle, all the evidence needed for publication will be at our fingertips.
Everyone ready?
I gotta put a different character on the team so that it gives me an actually good Citlali. Because mine's just chilling right now.
I got you, boss.
Actually, I probably could swap it over to my... I want to try this.
Time to get down to business.
Actually. Yeah, I think I'll do that. That way I don't lose a ton of HP with Furina. But also because I really want to test this. And I don't have Malvika.
So the Abyss invaded through a cave like this?
When the Abyss first began to corrode the ley lines, they took every opening they could get.
All the items here should be useful for our research.
You're not to touch a single one without my nod of approval.
I don't support invasive excavation techniques either.
Ah, of course. I'll defer to the experts on this matter. Well, shall we continue?
See, Allier, he's the best. He's a good boy. See, this level 90 Citlali doesn't even have 20,000 HP, and it scares me. Like, let's see. Oh, I forgot we can't look at the stats. Rude. Oof, she's got... Oh, con? Yeah, icon. That explains it. Time to DPS.
There are weapons here from every tribe in Natlan. The battle must have encompassed the entire nation.
Sounds like we're getting closer to what the legend describes. But all we can really say is that a battle took place here. There's still no evidence of any colors or some elaborate maze.
Wow, you're really invested in the Battle of Seven Colors.
Yeah, kind of suspiciously.
Well, it's the reason I came to Natlan in the first place. Grudok, send some of your men to search the area. We might miss something all grouped together like this. I'd like to cover all our bases.
The Vtuber don't respect excavation sites, though. We know
All the
this.
bases. You got it.
Sauce.
Don't jump to conclusions. Of course this isn't the site of the actual battle. We have to keep going.
He's through a portal.
This wall is in our way!
I might have an idea. Traveler, try removing that sphere. It's very close to the technique Wheatsealing might have used.
That's it? Doesn't quite compare to the scale described in the legend.
Well, yeah. Legends exaggerate sometimes.
Still, what a terrific archaeological find.
He's so cute. I just want to squeeze his face. He's so adorable.
Enough chit-chat. We should keep going. The deeper we go, the more we'll find.
Don't play it. Boy.
Hold on. If we step here, we might fall through.
You mean there are traps in here?
Remember how we were able to pass through the wall just now? It must have been because, on our person, we were carrying the same color as the wall. Let's put the spear down and...
Whoa, you're right. We can keep going now.
Okay, sorry, I'm back. I
Take me out.
call.
Incoming!
I really
see
hold
you
on.
are
I want to
in
get a good
the-
look at that animation.
Watch out!
You are in the zone.
So cool. No! Please plunge.
Incoming! Incoming!
That's really cool. Anyway.
I was thinking if I can speak to a different Hoyo game for a minute.
Mm-hmm.
When we were talking about stuff with Inazuma, I think in terms of character interactions, there has been some really good interactions with some of the characters in the new place in Star Rail.
Oh, nice.
It's been really nice.
That's cool. Hopefully I don't know. I might, since you've played it already, I might have to, and you said it was kind of broken up into chapters, I might have to have you kind of chart out like start and stopping points so that I can split the stream into multiple days, because there's no way I'm going to be able to do it in 2 days, and I want to make sure I get it like right.
Yeah.
And I'll try to do it across next week.
Yeah, I can, well, I'm thinking about that. I'm gonna look at a muted playthrough. Kind
Gotcha.
of see where some of the timestamps are.
Look! A maze made of colors.
It's real. I can't believe it.
Hold on. The quality of this space. This isn't reality. It's a realm of memory.
Huh?
Is this the Night Kingdom?
No. This is a space constructed using memories as a medium. The principle is similar, but the two are not the same.
Correct?
Oh, hello, Wheatsealing.
Wheatsealing?
Or Wheatsealing, sorry.
What?
No.
It is
It's just a
not
trace of her
combination
consciousness
sounds
left
we're used to
behind
saying.
after creating this space.
I think there
That's
also
very
is
cool.
another character named something similar to Huitzli, or a region or something. It just sounds like something I've said before this quest.
Friends, this is my question to you. What is our strongest weapon against the Abyss? In my opinion, it's memory. After all, is it not after losing the capacity for memory, love, and compassion that our enemies fell to the Abyss? That is why, with our memories, we possess a power the Abyss cannot hope to match. I have discovered the perfect medium for us to wield that weapon. You know it as color. The more cherished the memory, the more vivid its color.
I love this.
As memories disappear, their color fades first.
It is very
That is
cool.
why color is the best vehicle to wield the power of memory. Guided by vibrant colors, your capacity for memory is what will allow you to navigate this maze. Without that capacity, enemies will fail to cross the barrier in front of them and be trapped here for eternity. So, be brave, my friends, and march forward.
Any ideas, Citlali?
Sounds like she left a tutorial. Not surprising. She always did have to handhold her talentless students. Follow me.
My gosh.
Smoke.
This game's trying to give me a heart attack.
There are monsters here too?
Great.
Abyss creatures. Likely trapped here for some time. Looks like a few monsters made it out of the battle all those years ago.
The angry little pill. Are we trying to get closer to that? What are we doing? Oh, okay. Denied.
There is a
Time to go.
Sometimes there's strains of colors to pick up.
Yeah, I picked up the. I have pink right now.
Whoa! Must be one of the mechanics of the maze. I'm
Whoa.
guessing the purpose is to help.
Ah!
Oh no! More monsters?
Ah, shoot. They're blocking the way forward. Let's get rid of them.
Just. Did you see those damage numbers?
Very nice.
Oh my gosh. Oh, but that's. See, okay, well, let me look at her constellations. Let's see. Oof. Okay. That explains a lot.
This place is so pretty.
I know.
If not for those monsters, Grandma would have never guessed this was a battlefield.
The showmanship's not bad. I'll give her that.
Is this a bridge made of colors?
Don't sound so surprised. We just need to cross and we should reach the end.
She's like, stop being amazed with her work. Stop it.
We're out! Looks like we made it through the maze.
Freaking Fatui guys looking around. Huh?
Hold on. This is...
Whoa, so pretty! The thing inside the sphere looks exactly like the maze!
It's like a miniature blueprint made from a special dye.
That color.
The dye was modified using a secret technique to harness the power of memories and create mazes like the one we just witnessed. Without that power, it's just a normal dye. But the color it produces is still quite rare. I would say this is the most direct evidence that the Battle of Seven Colors actually took place.
The expert has spoken!
Why don't y'all have cameras? Because this guy's about to suggest, oh, can we take it?
Perhaps
Right,
I could
y'all are
take
gonna
a
get
closer
bonked.
look? It's an important piece of physical evidence, after all.
Y'all are gonna get bonked.
No, you may not.
Oh, using prototype Rancor for once.
What are you doing?
Oh, instead of a dull blade.
The silver sword.
Huh, you noticed my signal. Not bad, traveler. We make a good team.
Look at Allie. He's so cute. Can we keep him?
Yes. I would like that.
You've been watching me.
I mean,
I'll invite
you're
him to the
incredibly suspicious, dude. Why would we not be watching you?
A self-proclaimed book merchant who's never heard of Shogun Almighty reborn as Raiden with unlimited power?
Snatch
Please,
those
that
ruffles
work
right
was a
off your
commercial
chest.
success across Teyvat.
Don't deserve
I
them.
knew you were fishy, but I didn't expect you to pull something like this.
Citlali boss fight? Question mark, please?
Monsieur Montluçon, we just need a few pictures for our research, not the artifact itself. What if it gets damaged or destroyed?
He's such a good boy!
Yeah, he is definitely not in on this.
Shut it. I couldn't care less about preserving
How
this
dare you
piece of
talk to my
trash.
new son like
I would
that?
destroy it right now if I could.
I'm gonna beat you up.
But then there would be no evidence to prove the battle took
This
place.
has crushed his dreams.
What if that was my goal all along?
Alright, who are you?
What?
Stinky, who you?
Pretending to be a book merchant? Pretending to promote the history of Natlan and its heroes was the only way to get information out of the people in this tribe. But make no mistake, I'm no lowly merchant. I am the future owner of the largest printing company in all of Teyvat.
And so you want the ink because it'll print nice? It still doesn't explain how you didn't know what the book was.
But the dye in that sphere ruined all my plans before they could even get off the ground.
We've received a report that your advertisement in the paper makes false claims. Fontaine lodged an
I knew that was a
announcement taking
Melusine
down
the second she
immediately.
started talking. Couldn't even see her yet, and I was like, oh, it's a Melusine.
False claims? The dye I advertised is an unprecedented innovation. It produces colors of unmatched radiance.
Unfortunately, its qualities are neither unprecedented nor unmatched. According to the lady who made the report, she saw a woven scroll in Natlan made with a similar dye. Even more miraculous, that substance dates back hundreds of years.
How? Creating this dye is the culmination of my entire life's work. You're telling me I'm hundreds of years too late?
Calm down, sir.
Sorry, it's just... I know this product will be a hit. The economic boost to Fontaine will be huge. We just need to advertise it as written. Fontaine's publishing industry is one of the best in the world. All we need to do is publish something in the paper, and all of Teyvat will think
You
it
know
was
this.
our
You know the
invention
quest is
first.
good when I already liked it, and then they put a Melusine in there. Thank you very much, my babies.
We don't need to worry about more reports. Fontaine is far more advanced than Natlan. No one will believe such an innovative product could come from a place like that.
You are a piece of crap, sir. A place like that, dude, they have motorcycles and floating guns and all kinds of stuff. What are you talking about?
Yeah.
That goes against all of Fontaine's advertisement regulations. We can't do that.
What if I give you a portion of the profits? All you have to do is let the advertisement stay.
Try to bribe a Melusine?
You're trying to bribe me? Careful. I'm dangerously close to
Nouvellette
reporting this to
mentioned.
Monsieur Nouvellette.
Best quest in that one. Except, did she pronounce it right? I didn't hear it.
You're trying to bribe me?
I missed
Careful.
it.
I'm dangerously close to
didn't have
reporting
it
this to
turned up
Monsieur
over.
Nouvellette.
Oh, it's. I heard that R. I heard the R in
Yeah.
there. How dare you pronounce your dad's name incorrectly?
I knew if I was just allowed to market my product, it would be a hit. A bestseller even. I would be a giant in the printing industry. But now, no one will see it as anything more than a poor imitation marketed centuries too late. No matter how good the product actually is, not a single one will sell.
He's still trying to. He's such a good boy.
I will never accept that
Such a
someone from
good
this
boy.
backwards, ignorant nation can come up with that dye.
He's my
Not
son now.
200 years before me.
Dude. You're trash, honestly.
Even when the truth is right in front of you.
Such trash.
Ha! Truth is in the eye of the beholder. I'm already in the printing
Bruh.
industry.
No, it is
I can
not.
go into publishing, no problem. All I have to do is destroy this sphere, write a detailed report about my findings, and publish it around the world. Then, the so-called truth becomes your word against mine.
You mean the word of a highly respected, long-lived shaman? Like, against a printing guy? I'm sorry, but the well-respected Natlanese shaman would probably still overpower you in a battle of reputation and truth. You're just some guy.
Once my report is accepted as fact, no one can accuse
Especially in
me
a
of
world
making
where
false
shamanism
claims.
actually produces, like it's not just vague magic type stuff. It's, like, actually works and actually happens and is very strong.
That's awful. What
So-
happened to restoring the truth of history?
That plan hasn't changed. I will continue to spread my truth for all of Tevat to see.
You talk a big game, but did you forget who you talking to?
Ah, you mean a hero of Natlan who's not actually from Natlan? And a great shaman who, according to rumor, abandoned her tribe long ago?
Both are still highly respected in this nation and in yours.
From a practical perspective,
I am,
there's
like,
no reason for
literally
either of you to stand
besties with
against me.
your former Archon and honestly current Archon, so I don't know what you think you're gonna do.
You got a few Fatui guys here. You really think that's enough?
Yeah, and then again, we're also besties with some Fatui, so we can report you guys.
Oh, since you like rumors so much, have you heard the one about what happens to people who get on my bad side?
Cutscene, beat them up.
Ah, the
Use
wrath of Granny Itzli. Like I said, our interests aren't at odds. I knew from the beginning that you would accept my invitation, considering Whitzelin was your rival.
You don't know anything about her.
You've lived longer than
Don't
her.
understand.
You're far stronger than her.
Allier.
And yet, she has always been more
Poor
revered
guy.
than you. Now, that can change. With the backing of the printing industry, I can take any book and send it to all four corners of Tevat. This part of Natlan's history will be mine to tell. And in my version, I can erase the Battle of Seven Colors. You can be the one to have all the glory.
Then you'd piss off a bunch of the Natlanese people, though.
That's not real history.
That's a no, then? Your history means nothing to me. But it's
You
not allowed to
are
stand in
trash.
the way of my Mora.
Utter trash. I
Done
will
running your
be
mouth?
reporting you to Monsieur
Good.
Neuvillette.
Before handing you over to the tribe, I think I'll have my way with
And
you
then
first.
after that to Risley, so he can make your life in the fortress miserable. Because he can
Teach
do
him
that.
a lesson and make it stick.
If this comes to a fight, per my contract, you're gonna have to go through me.
We go through Fatui all. Why are? Oh, Atelier is running away. Get to
I beat
safety.
you guys up for lunch.
Did you see him? Atelier ran. He like put his hands over the back of his neck and ran. Leave, my child. We're not mad at you, I promise.
Yeah. You can just escape.
That's right. I didn't pay all that Mora for nothing.
Wait, aren't you subordinates of the captain? Why are you helping someone who wants to erase Natlan's history?
The captain. You actually bought that?
I don't think they ever actually told us that. I don't remember them saying that they worked for the captain.
United in the pursuit of Mora,
Yeah, they didn't.
we travel the land to collect debts. Our loyalty is to
that
Regrader,
guy.
his
Get your
interests,
outta here.
and his wealth.
Regrader?
Well, that doesn't intimidate me.
That is
it just lets me know
not.
you're sneaky.
It makes sense, but that is
does.
not who I expected.
The captain
I can
means
see
nothing to
why
them.
when
They
they
serve a
Yeah.
different
explain.
harbinger altogether. Regrader!
But it
This
just
man
means you're
has the
stinky and I
potential
want to beat
become
you
a
up more.
giant in the printing industry and disrupt Fontaine's
Also,
economic
tell your
system.
boss to come find
this
me.
aligns
So
with
Yeah,
the
for
Grader's
real.
interests.
I'm gonna open his eyes. I'm gonna find out if he's Baiju.
Yeah, exactly.
But also, dude, you're trying to disrupt Fontaine's economic system when Miss Ma'am's edgy mommy Arlecchino is there. And Fontaine is her home and her kids' home. And she has done a lot to make sure that Fontaine stays safe. And you're gonna mess with her? Your funeral, I guess. This doesn't change anything, Paimon. Just one more guy to beat up.
I don't care who you serve. When it comes to punishment, I don't discriminate.
Get them. Get them.
Fulfill our
Wow.
pact. I'm going in. Suffer the wrath of
Clouds high, the birds call, one with nature.
Look alive.
You guys are lightweight.
I didn't even see what that number was. I know it was over 100,000, but...
The hero of Natlan and Granny Eatsley. They could give Regrader a run for his Mora.
Yeah.
When did this person get so strong? Looks like
She's
the
all...
man following
We've
the
always
captain
been strong.
failed
She's
to
always
update
been
us
strong.
on the
I don't know
latest
what you're talking about.
intelligence.
I mean, we needed help to defeat Harbingers. That's different from fighting whoever the heck you are.
Not good. This is becoming more trouble than it's worth. You're on your own.
Bing, bonk.
Hey,
bonk,
what
bonk.
about our contract? Your boss signed it himself.
Did he really? Can I... Oh, baby! Get him out of here. Give him a shield.
No.
Your boss signed it himself? Can I see that? Can I see that contract? Where is it? I will be sending it to my my friend's father.
Yes, to multiple people in Fontaine. How about that?
Oh yeah.
Our boss never signs a contract without loopholes. Even a veteran businessman like yourself fell into his trap.
But his signature
That's
is
what
still
makes him the
on
best.
it. So we will still be sending it to our allies, including ones that are in your organization.
Go home and read the fine print. All I did was trigger the exculpatory clause. You. The other stipulations have been fulfilled. I set up explosives around the cave, strong enough to destroy this place, as instructed. Oh, and for security purposes, all explosives have been rigged to blow at a specific
You
time.
should probably stop talking and get out of there then.
Shouldn't be.
Run, Ellie.
No, get the baby. Get him. I see him.
Is gonna collapse?
You were supposed to wait until I made it out. Are you trying to kill me?
Yes.
That depends on how fast you can run. I'm off.
Oh! Oh, come on. You couldn't have shown us that in a cutscene? I want to watch. Oh, yo, she yeeted him down the stairs.
You think you can just waltz out of here? Traveler, stop them, and then we'll make a break for it.
Can do.
If I'm caught, I implicate my boss. Time for the backup plan.
Wait, don't!
Uh-oh. Uh-oh. What did you do?
Where are we? Back at the
How
maze?
did-
Our surroundings look different, though. What did that Fatui guy do?
We need to find Citlali. She's probably somewhere around here too.
Good point. She'll know how to get out of here. Let's hurry. If we don't make it out before the cave collapses, we might never be able to leave.
Where could she be?
Let's see. Citlali! Oh, looks like it's not gonna be that easy. What should we do?
I saw the special color.
The special color? The one you saw in that woven scroll? Why would it appear around here?
There was no time to think about that.
You're right. Lead the way, traveler.
Dink, 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 dink. Run. What is happening? Citlali? Yeah.
He triggered it just like that? If the technique isn't activated correctly...
Instead of a realm of memory, the subjects in question will be trapped in a temporary space like this. If you cannot escape in time, it's mutually assured destruction. But I can't fault someone for using it as a last resort.
I knew it! Someone of your skill wouldn't leave behind memory fragments just to parrot instructions. You must have the capacity for conscious thought.
I appreciate the compliment. It's been a long time, my friend.
This is no time for a reunion. The cave outside is about to collapse. I know time flows differently in this place, but that still doesn't leave us much time. Can you help me get out?
You misunderstand, Citlali. I'm nothing more than a fragment of memory. There's not much I can do.
What do you mean? This space can be manipulated, right? The exit of your maze. I remember its structure. If I create an exit here, I can leave. You just need to tell me how to manipulate this space.
The maze you saw earlier was constructed using the memories of many warriors of Natlan. When people leave deep impressions on each other, their memories form connections. These connections are particularly strong between comrades in arms. That is how I created my maze. The connections between the memories were my needle and thread, and the special color was my fabric. But if that color is crudely combined with an isolated memory, one without connections, you get a place like this. This space is a combination of my color and your memories. There is no way to alter or construct anything within it, because there are no connections at your disposal.
Over 200 years, and not a single lasting connection. This is my punishment, huh?
Well, at the very least, you have a connection to me. Otherwise, I wouldn't be able to appear in this space.
That's only because you never gave me a moment's peace. Still, it's a shame you're not around. You said it yourself. A memory fragment can't be used to create the connections I need.
Citlali.
But now that I have the chance to talk to you again, I need you to give me an answer. Your special technique. You didn't pass it on to your students. You passed it on to the rival you could never beat. Me. What I want to know is, why?
So you figured it out.
After what I saw in the maze and everything you just told me, I'm certain the technique at the center of all this is the same one you taught me all those years ago. But you never brought up the fact that you used it to win a battle. From your description, it might as well have been a simple color trick. I'm getting the feeling you always meant for me to come here. But if this is a foreshadowed event, I'm not happy with the narrative setup.
Citlali, ever since you learned that technique, you've been able to see a special color, haven't you?
You mean...
That color is the core of the technique. But it isn't my invention. It's something I discovered in the work of our ancestors. More specifically, you could call it the color of memories. In truth, passing on the technique is a process of using that color to tint another person's memories. Yes, the technique has the power to decide victory. But in my opinion, the capacity to add color to someone's memories is where the true value lies. You are fated to live a far longer life than me, Citlali. I couldn't bear the thought of all those years existing as a blank canvas in your memory. So I wanted to leave a little color behind.
Your color, you mean?
One day, you too will want to leave behind your color in someone else's memory. When that day comes, you will understand my decision.
Still need time. Let me choose to remember you first.
I have to get out of here. That's the only way to rescue them.
Citlali, what are you...
I understand the true principle of this technique now. If I can't construct an exit, then I will separate this color from my memories by force.
But you could lose a portion of your memories that way.
I know, but my memory is just a blank canvas I've neglected for 200 years. My friends are worth the risk.
I have to find her.
Traveler?
When you entered the realm of memory I constructed, I used your memories to learn about your recent experiences. I have a feeling you're the one who will be saved this time. After 200 years, someone has appeared by your side. The kind of person I could have never anticipated. The Night Kingdom harbors Natlan's memories, and the Traveler's connection to that realm is incredibly strong, surpassing even the shamans who worship the Lord of the Night. This means that even without your tutelage, she can see the color of memories.
What did you say?
Although she doesn't know how to wield it, she unknowingly left behind a trace of color in your memories. That was enough to guide her to this space. You now have a connection at your disposal. Well, Citlali, it looks like part of this was foreshadowed.
Now go
But the
make
rest
connections
is
with
a
other people too,
surprise.
because we have to leave Natlan at some point.
Traveler? Traveler!
That's Citlali's voice! She's just up ahead!
This is goodbye, my friend. Your memories over the past 200 years are much more than a blank canvas. Cherish them.
Wheatsealing.
Citlali!
Paimon! Traveler!
We finally found you. Let's find a way to get out of here.
Hold my hand.
Barely touches it. Delicately touches it.
Did we teleport out? Man, that place was so... Woo! We made it out just in time!
No cutscene of the escape? That's kind of sad.
Wonder what happened to the Fatui guy and the others.
He was most likely trapped inside that space, just like us. The external structures supporting that space would have collapsed with the ruin. Unless he managed to escape, he would have been crushed.
He still preferred that to being caught, huh?
What about the Fontanians?
They were standing a bit further away, right? They probably weren't pulled into
I mean,
the
I
space.
saw Elliot.
Maybe they already made a run for it.
Hello.
Baby. I'm glad you're okay.
It's one of Paul Luson's employees! Quick,
No! No, no, no!
Oh, I can explain. I had no idea
Don't
Malu
treat
San
him
was
that
such
way.
a terrible person.
He's not bad.
I couldn't stop him from running, so I stayed behind and tried to find people to help rescue you. I'm so glad you managed to get out of there.
Either way, the guards will take you back to the tribe. You'll be their problem.
I understand.
Oh, honey.
Poor guy.
I love him. Citlali, can you be nice? Can I ask you to be nice? He doesn't need to go in custody. He can go to just explain what happened.
Anyway, I'm not here to harp on you. I just need to know one thing.
If you get in any
Which
trouble,
way
I'll
did
be
he
a witness.
run?
He went that way, but I'm not sure if you can catch up.
Oh, she can catch up.
That way? Unless he suddenly grows a pair of wings, I think we're okay. Traveler, Paimon, come with me.
Oh, wait. What? My brain.
Leave.
I still have to favorite her. There we go. There's some that I just need to yeah, I'm just gonna do that right now.
Wait. Huh? No.
You guys favorited. I literally don't know you. Like, oh, I have like half the roster favorited and I don't use them. And I don't have... There's some characters I don't have favorited that should be. I wish I could sort them manually. Oh, hi.
Hey, it's Elder Tlapo and a group of Victomisaurs.
Aw, I wanted a chase sequence. I'm still like, there's so many points in the last like 5 to 10 minutes where there could have been a really good cutscene, but no.
Looks like it's time for that foreshadowing to pay off.
Yeah, that is one thing I think this is probably lacking. There's a really cool scene, I think, later, but I do think they could have had more. Not necessarily.
My bank balance!
What's wrong with him?
That's one of the tricks Claw uses to scare people. He makes people hallucinate the thing that scares them most. It's particularly effective on weak-minded people like him.
Serves him right.
He's got that special color.
I know.
doesn't.
It was a lot to ask, making you come all the way out here during the day.
Was that a declaration? Elder Tlapo didn't appoint us to a whole other task, did he?
Forget about him for now. The Ectomisaurs will make sure Montluçon doesn't escape before the guards arrive. In the meantime, we have unfinished business, remember?
Right, the special scroll. But the die is buried underneath a bunch of rubble now.
Don't worry, Witzeline's technique hasn't been lost at all. Come with me, I'll explain everything at my house. Oh, and Traveler? Everything you said about memory, I finally figured out my answer. I knew you'd want to tag along. Let's go.
He's like, I follow.
My bank balance.
My bank balance.
Take me up. Now, when it comes to weaving the scroll itself, you don't actually need to lift a finger. But if we're going to pass on Witzeline's technique, your participation is critical.
What are you saying, Citlali?
Follow me.
Ooh.
Whoa, look at this place. Do you weave scrolls too?
Scrolls. Scrolls? I thought you were going to show me your masterpiece.
That I am, old friend. The technique I'm about to show you directly relates to woven scrolls.
Fine. What is it? Something that can turn the tide of war or prevent a great disaster? You probably want to challenge me, right? I know you don't have the strength for a real fight, so I'll let you beat me with words.
Old friend, my life is nearing its end. I'm afraid I don't have time for another match.
Hey.
Don't worry. I trust in the belief of our tribe that death is not the end, but the beginning of a new existence in the Night Kingdom, where everything is made of memories. So, do you know why our ancestors insisted on using colorful, woven scrolls to record our history? Because history is the memory of a people. We give our scrolls an orange hue, so the dead can still feel the warmth of the setting sun. We decorate them with kernels of grain fruit, so the dead can still enjoy the abundance of our harvests.
I know that, but something this important? Why entrust it to me and not one of your students?
As your friend, I admit, I'm being a bit selfish. I don't have long, Citlali. Oh, I'm not sure I can truly explain my decision. But I know you will understand one day. For now, will you accept my final request?
Just this once. I understand now, Wheatsealing. Just like you said I would. Claw, help me move this outside. I'm going to color it. Traveler, Paimon, come with me.
We are like birds, soaring through the horizons of time. I linger between brushes of memory, seeking the color of my final journey. When I get there,
oh, she's gorgeous.
May there be feathers to paint the sky, shades of rose.
I like this. This is the one I was talking about that they do include.
And fields of green to beckon adventurous souls. And azure oceans with which to sail into the unknown. And volcanoes too, where, despite the danger, hidden treasure waits to be found. And graffiti art, of course. Without that color, just imagine the dullness of night.
Anything else?
In the end, I hope everyone remembers my color too.
everyone remembers your color too. All in all, it was just a technique for coloring a scroll.
The task I'm entrusting to you is much more than that. Farewell, my friend.
Oh, oof. I was supposed to be reading that. That way they're not lost to piles of black and white text. I'll have to rewatch that with Ether's voice, because I think he's voiced.
I don't know.
I
I've
knew
heard some
you would
people say he's
understand.
not. But they're both not voiced right now. It really is sad. Because they don't have many lines anyway.
Dang. I wish I realized I was supposed to read that.
I forgot that was there.
No, that's not. You're fine. I just like... I usually read everything that they say anyway, just because I have a hard time hearing what they're saying sometimes. But I got too distracted actually reading it, and I didn't realize that there was no actual audio.
This is the special scroll. How did you know how to weave it, Citlali?
Remember the gift from the spirits?
Hold on. You've lived for more than 200 years. You know how to weave the special scroll. That must mean you're the one behind the gifts from the spirits.
Oh, well, it's not like I wanted to interact with the appointed. So whenever I delivered the scroll, I used illusions to confuse them. The fact that it turned into some kind of divine intervention is because no one was skilled enough to see through my tricks.
Why not just tell them?
You've carried the duty alone for all these years? Even if you don't like interacting with people, why not teach someone else how to do it?
Traveler, you can see the special color, right?
Yes.
The essence of that color is memory. That means completing the special scroll is a process of searching for color within your memories. Passing the technique on to someone means sharing your memories with them. You need to leave traces of your color in their memory, and they must do the same. Even though I only confirmed that today, I've had suspicions for a long time. And, well, ever since Citlali died, I haven't wanted to form that kind of connection with people.
Oh, yeah.
It was her final wish, so I kind of resigned myself to taking on the burden forever. After all, I have all the time in the world. But Claw never stopped appointing new candidates to weave the scroll, despite knowing exactly how I felt about the situation.
He petting you. You mean he never stopped trying to find new friends for you?
I knew exactly what he was doing. And yeah, if I ever did share my memories with someone, I guess that person would be a friend. But it never got to that point. This time, though, you win, Claw. Take this. I guess it's my response to what you told me the other night.
What is it?
If I had to choose my color, it would be the color of this handkerchief. Countless people exist in my memories, and I know one day that will be my fate, too. A memory living on in someone else's head. Since you have a long lifespan, you're the perfect candidate to bear this memory, and carry my color in your mind.
Does this mean I'm officially your friend?
Just keep it safe. And you better not forget my color when I'm gone.
Whoa. It's a little early to talk about death, don't you think? It's only been a few seconds since we made the friendship official.
It's official.
Isn't that what friends are for?
Okay, this is a serious commitment. Well, Citlali, if the Traveler's going to leave their color in your mind too, it'll probably be gold, right?
Actually, their mark is already there. Remember the mind reading effect I couldn't fix? Well, I finally got to the bottom of it. Sharing senses allows communication to occur between the consciousness of different people. Naturally, memories are also involved in that process. Although I didn't know it at the time, we both have the ability to see the color of memory, which means that when I shared my senses with you, a connection was created between our memories. And that connection is what caused my original spell to go haywire.
So, you can hear the traveler's thoughts because you left traces of color in each
Well,
other's
that's cool.
memories?
It was actually foreshadowed. We just took it as a joke, I guess.
And that's why the traveler could hear your thoughts too, because it works both ways, right?
Quick thinking, but only those trained in the mystic arts can maintain that level of connection. That's why I can still hear the traveler's thoughts, but not the other way around. There's no need to worry, though. Now that I've figured out how it works, I'll get rid of it in no time.
Oh.
I lied. Hearing each other's thoughts actually depends on the strength of the connection between our memories. So, after everything we just went through, I bet you can hear me again. I knew it.
So, is there a way to stop it?
Since the connection between our memories is already there...
Oof! We're gonna be reading each other's minds for forever.
Just messing with you. I'm a legendary shaman of my tribe. Now that I know the cause,
Look at my
I can figure out how to fix it. It'll probably take some time, though. So bear with me for now.
She's like, why are you guys just staring at each other?
Besides, I'm an open
Can
book.
exclude Paimon from the
Not like you're gonna hear anything
conversation.
embarrassing. Unless I've had a few drinks.
Paimon just sliding around.
Yeah.
Oh, so you can turn it off? That's a shame.
A shame? I mean, if you ever miss this whole telepathy mess, I could always share my senses with you again. No promises, though. Some thoughts are better kept to yourself.
Huh?
Oh my goodness. It's the morning the next day.
Ah, you did it? Your
Large.
investigation into the Battle of Seven Colors must have been fruitful indeed. I do hope you share what you learned.
Wow, the scroll is finished already.
Elder Talapo's wisdom is never wrong.
Yeah, we should explain. Take it away, traveler.
You share everything you learned about the special color while keeping Citlali something secret.
I see.
You don't look surprised at all.
It makes perfect sense. History is the memory of a people. If we want to depict it, a dye derived from people's memories is, of course, the best choice. Now, it's just a matter of preserving this secret technique. From your description, it sounds like learning the technique requires the previous holder to share their memories.
Well, yeah.
In that case, I must work with our priests to reinvent the technique based on the principles you described. After all, memories are precious things, meant to be shared with those closest to us. I cannot take that choice away from you, traveler. You completed your task admirably. Finding a way to carry on that legacy is now our duty.
And it's a big
You.
Oh, and please pass along my thanks to Granny Eastly. We interrogated the Fontanian merchant she apprehended. And it turns out he's the reason some among our tribe started to question our history. He hired people to spread misinformation about the Battle of Seven Colors. The recent friction within the tribe is entirely his doing. We now have a record of his crimes, and will begin working with Fontaine authorities in a few days.
So he was behind the controversy in the first place.
I will go
Guess
to
it's easier to
Nuvalet
investigate
and
people who
Risley
are
and
already questioning
personally
something.
have
I will
conversations
set
with
things
them.
up for you. I
Yes.
got this. I'm gonna go see my boys.
Anyway, that clears it up.
And
People
Arlecchino,
don't just
because
question
she
their
needs to know.
history out of nowhere.
Yeah, we can tell her to. She won't really need to do anything about this guy, but she can talk to the guy
She
who
can go
signed the contract.
bonk Regrader.
Mm-hmm.
Thank you, Biram. We'll be on our way.
Until we meet again.
Ah, Natlan's victory against the Abyss. Very fitting for a scroll like this.
I wonder how long until Elder Talapo chooses the next appointed.
Speaking of Elder Talapo, I heard he went missing yesterday. Do you know what happened?
Elder Talapo works in mysterious ways. The meaning of his departure will become clear in time.
Now he
But
just
for
went to
now,
go help his auntie.
We cannot.
I wanted to get a better view of it, actually.
Pretty.
Picture time. If I can zoom out enough. There we go. Oh, I can't go higher than that, though. That's kind of lame. Alright, Citlali, do a thing. Thank you.
Right.
No, she's drunk. After one drink. Wanted to do the other idol. I really wish that I could move the camera up more, though.
Look at the little guy.
I wish there was a toggle to hide the pet easily. That way you don't have to go into the inventory to do it.
Going into a trance is risky for most people, so don't get any ideas.
I can't.
Do it.
Do the thing. No babies don't fall out of the shell. She's chilling.
Nice.
Hanging out near people.
You told him everything, right?
Yep. We left out the part about your contribution, but it kind of seemed like Chief Biram saw through us.
You could have just said it was a gift from the spirits.
Yeah, but Chief Biram deserves something in return for his hard work.
I guess he is different from the previous chiefs. But if he figures out it was me all these years, I'm in for a world of trouble.
There you are.
Hi.
I've been looking everywhere for you.
Baby. Oh, it's the other Fontanian researcher. He wasn't taken away with his boss?
He's not his boss, he was his funder. And now he's just doing his own thing.
Please, call me Alie. After questioning, the tribe absolved me of any serious wrongdoing. So, here I am. I'll be heading back to Fontaine soon. No employer means no funding, after all.
His boss.
But I wanted to finish my investigation first. I'd like to ask some questions about Huitzilin.
Put in a
I
bad
want people
word
outside
for
of
your
Natlan to hear her
boss.
story. But my understanding
and then
still has
put
some
in a good
holes.
word for you.
Yeah.
Questions? Huh. Why should I let an Outlander tell our stories?
Because we like you.
Don't misunderstand. I have no intention of twisting your history or using it to make a profit. It's just honest curiosity. I assure you.
Baby.
I believe amazing stories deserve to be shared with the world. Culture thrives through dialogue and exchange.
He has a point.
All right, you can ask your questions, but be quick. I have important plans after this.
Important plans?
Oh, thank you very much.
BB boy.
Look at him with his little clipboard. Alia conducts a thorough interview, only leaving when Citlali finally runs out of patience.
Another day, another drained social battery.
We should probably get going then.
Hold on. You owe me a pair of books.
Oh, that! When it comes to light novels, your memory is like a steel trap, huh?
Books that rare will take some time to find.
You're telling me. Yeah,
we
it's
got
not gonna be
connections.
easy. You might need to go to Yai Publishing House in person. But I don't need them right away. Just don't forget, okay?
Of course! We'll get them sent to you as soon as we can!
Sent to me? Nuh-uh. I don't want a stranger knocking on my door when I'm hungover. Here, just take this.
Oh, we got a key to her house, and it's a really cool key.
And this
Yeah, you can go
is-
back inside her house.
The key to my house. Don't bother knocking next time. You'll disturb my sleep.
So you want us to just show up while you're sleeping? Isn't that even more embarrassing?
Okay, so it says go to that street in Inazuma. You know, it has the shops, like Inazuma City.
Yeah,
there's
I
the
think I
booksellers.
remember where Yai Publishing House is because there's a sign out front. It's the one at the end. Yeah. Oh wait. No, this is the thing that I can't actually access because I haven't finished the tree yet.
Me neither.
That's the dress shop. That's a food place.
Not
Did I
showing me.
pass it?
on the
I
map.
thought it was that one, but
Maybe go back down.
so
His name
sad.
is Kuroda.
Oh, well, this is where the one chick is gonna, the new girl for next time is gonna be from
nice.
here.
Mizuki.
Oh, there's another road. Okay.
Rise like smoke.
That's the cafe, though. Is this it? It's got a sink. No. I am confusion. Oh no, there's like Sakura things on everything. Grocery
This
store.
has little
adventure
figurines. There's some figurines on the desk by the guy. His name is Kuroda.
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 Is it lower down in the...
I'll look at a
I'm
map.
gonna go back that way. Like...
Yeah, maybe lower.
There it is. I think it's this.
Oh yeah, that I think.
Okay, yeah.
That's right.
Someone sent me to find a couple of books. You described the books that Citlali wants to Kuroda. The first edition of Shogun Almighty Reborn is Raiden with Unlimited Power, and the limited deluxe edition of Pretty Please Kitsune Guji. I must say, your friend clearly knows a thing or two in terms of collection value. Nothing in the Yai Publishing House is currently putting out can rival the books you're after. To think I'm not acquainted with such a discerning reader, truly regrettable. Are they still available? You won't find either of them in the open market, and certainly not in storage. Every copy was snapped up long ago. However, I do happen to have a copy of each. I can pay you for them. No. These books would be far better off in your friend's possession. Someone who can appreciate their true worth. Knowing that, I'd be more than happy to give them to you. Alright, cool. Thank you. And then we return to Nedlin.
Go to her house.
Find her house. We should just take Citlali to Nightline. Just go vibe. She can see Yai Publishing House. She can meet Yai, maybe.
That might be a bit scary.
I kind of want to see it. Morbid curiosity.
There are several people I want to introduce her
Can
to.
I just put them here?
Yeah, I think desk.
Well, that's what it said. We should probably write a message. Citlali might not even notice them in this mess. Paimon finds a piece of paper and thinks for a moment before writing a note. What's
This also says something about...
Citlali, we found the books you were looking for. You were sleeping when we got here and we didn't want to wake you. Maybe drink a little less next time, eh?
It
Can we
says
hear her
maybe
snoring
if
if we
her
interact?
door. It says like go to the door.
The faint sound of Citlali snoring. I guessed right. That's so funny. Can we actually go to the... No, that's locked now.
Yeah, I think that's it.
All her pillows. I wonder if she wove the pillows herself.
Maybe.
Just wanna look around. Oh, that's just... There's pillows everywhere. Love that. Oops. The key given to you by Citlali so that you won't wake me up by beating on my door while I'm drunk. You carefully place it alongside the handkerchief she gave you. After all, you've collected so many keys in the past, so this one needs to have a special mark to stand out. I think it kind of stands out on its own, but alright. Citlali got added in! Oh, I love that. Oh, that means that there's a lot of space for other characters to be here.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, okay. Very nice. Not that I
got your reward.
Think I'm gonna click the wrong button. Yeah, I don't know if I'm gonna level her past 80. I usually only do that with my absolute favorites and archons, and I do really like her though. So we'll see just how much she buffs my Nouvelette, and I'll think about it. We do her 386 now. I might level that just because. Yeah, there's nothing else that... Like, I could put this on her, and this actually looks really good on her, but I don't really think it's going to be that useful, and also my Nahida loves that weapon, so...
Yeah, we'll leave it for her.
Everything else is energy recharge, pretty much. But... I guess I can make more Mapamarais. I probably have the stuff for it. I was gonna say, why is he just standing in the middle of the road?
Also, I sent you the thing about the 3.0 quest.
Gotcha.
With some information.
Appreciate it.
Know that I said this at the end, but it's the time sort of marks that I... Oh no, wait, I didn't say that. I'll add that. But the time marks are like from the beginning.
Yeah.
So like, you know, when you do end up stopping at a certain point, like I can let you know how much time you have from there, but
okay.
Mostly there's like just this one location with daylight, and anytime you go back there, you're hitting a point where you could take a break.
Oh, okay. Sounds
interesting. When you go to the other locations, you're kind of in the middle of a chapter, so probably another 2 hours before you can stop.
I don't remember if this weapons thing applies to just the character who has it, or to all, or like whoever's active currently.
I don't know.
I do not know. But I will have to work on her artifacts so that I can test her against a big health enemy with Neuvillette. And then let's see if I'm just gonna teleport it because I don't. No, nothing. Okay. Actually, now that I'm thinking about it, though, I kind of want to go check the tree because there's. I don't think I'll have enough. I'm pretty sure I'm like 2 levels from having this thing maxed out, though. Oh my gosh, I'm so close. I am 2 levels. I should probably work on the, what's it called?
Whatever you need.
I might hop off and go get some food.
Yeah, I'm gonna finish up the actual streaming part. I'll probably continue to play the game. I need to also check and see if the plans that I have are in motion. To be dramatic and vague.
We'll have fun.
Thank you so much for streaming with me.
Yep, have a good time. Talk
too.
to you later.
Talk later.
Bye.
Bye. Alrighty. Well, okay. Can I pause on her?
Show no mercy.
I can make it pretty. It's fine. Alright. Well, that was a very fun quest. I really liked it. I think I have a thing for character stories about characters that are long-lived. Because it just really... I can't say resonates with me because obviously I am not a long-lived species because that's not a thing for humans. But I do really like the stories about like learning to appreciate the people that you meet when you live such a long life. And Freerun's about that too, and that's one of my favorite animes. So I really like that quest. I think I liked it better than Mavlika's actually. I did really enjoy Mavlika's, but I think I just like Citlali more as a character. And of course I pulled her. Hopefully I can still get Mavlika. Hopefully she won't be offended that I liked Citlali's quest more than hers. But yes. Anyway, thank you so much for watching. If you are watching on Twitch, if you're watching on YouTube in the future, thank you regardless. I hope that you have a good rest of your day, whether it's morning, night, whatever time it is for you. And I hope to see you again. But God bless and bye-bye.